It's William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford. It's a great night for football as we welcome you to Canandaigua, where tonight the 6-1 Cadets of Hilton visiting the 6-1 Braves of Canandaigua. Glad you're with us here on CW Rochester, along with Mike Danger. My name is Gene Battaglia. Two proud programs here in Section 5. Here's the crazy thing. They hardly play one another.
Would you believe that this is the first time in 15 years that Hilton and Canandaigua have squared off? Two Section 5 powerhouses tonight with a measuring stick game on the line. Can't wait to see what we're going to see on the field tonight here between these two programs.
Two contrasting styles, which we will talk about here tonight. And for Hilton, Rich Lapani's teams, you know they like to run the football. And the latest running back here in this long line, he's Jeffrey Broadnax, our player to watch.
Real powerful runner, Gene, who transferred from Spencerport as a freshman. He overcame the adversity of a torn ACL here in his high school career and now paces this cadet run game.
For Canandaigua, it's Drew Willamy, the sophomore, and he likes to air it out.
Absolutely, and he is a tremendous athlete, three-sport athlete for the Braves, and recognizes this unbelievable opportunity he has to lead the team as a sophomore. He'll be looking to distribute the ball to his playmakers all night tonight. 13
touchdown passes, only one interception on the season for Willamy. As we take a look at the Ide family of dealerships, keys to the game tonight. For Hilton, it's kind of the same thing we've been talking about for years and years with this team.
Yeah, head coach Rich Lapani, you mentioned it, Gene. He prides himself on having a tough physical program that'll wear you down. And defensively for Hilton, they want to tackle well. They're the more experienced team tonight. You'd expect their fundamentals to be sharp. A lapse in tackling here for Hilton could lead to opportunities for the Braves.
And for the home team tonight, well, it's number 12 to number 2, which would be Willamy to Tysheed Crockton.
Yeah, Crockton is a playmaker, and he could give the Braves an advantage here. Hilton's defense knows what he can do downfield, and they're going to be keying on him all night tonight. And defensively for Canandaigua, win on first and second down here. Force Hilton into those third and long situations where you can anticipate a pass.
We'll have the kickoff coming your way next here. It's the final game of the regular season. Hilton at Canandaigua. It's William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford here on CW Rochester.
We're in the final moments of the Burger Bowl, and Bill Graves is on the move again.
Gimme, Bill Graves!
Bill Graves has possession on the 20-yard line. It looks like they want to get the ball to the cheeseburger. At over a quarter pound, he's the perfect choice.
B19, G38, hut, hike.
The ball is snapped, and it's a handoff to the cheeseburger. There's just no stopping him. He's in the end zone. Another touchdown. Bill Graves really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
Should have called Kangaroo.
Yeah, give us a call. Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Billy Whitaker's lots are full. He needs to make room, and that means until he sells 200 cars, you're taking the checkered flag. It's the Billy Whitaker 200 sales event. The deals are phenomenal, and the time to buy is now. Cars, trucks, SUV. When you buy a vehicle, you get to choose from a 4K TV, a brand new Chromebook, or a chance to get into the money machine and win Billy's money. Get the inside track on a great deal at Whitaker Ford, where you're always good to go.
Love can definitely heal if you let it.
I think our love song is up to us to create.
We're so different, but in the end, we're all humans.
Choosing to lead with love, regardless of how other people treat you.
Just giving love back.
Encouraging people to come from a place of love and not fear.
Love.
Love. Love. Love.
Love. I think we could all use a lot more of it.
Welcome back to Canandaigua. The coin toss presented by Connors and Ferris Injury Law, your workers' comp attorneys. Hilton won the coin toss. They defer tonight, so it'll be Canandaigua to receive.
Absolutely, and a couple of coaches to watch tonight on the sideline here. We know about Rich Lapon, or we know about head coach Jeff Welsh at Canandaigua here. New players in new positions, but he said that his team is progressing week in and week. Look for them to compete on a high level tonight against this Hilton team. And when it comes to Hilton, there he is, the man in the shorts. We always say, Rich Lapani. We asked him, what would it take for you to not wear shorts on the sideline? He said, it would take probably snow, rain, and temperatures below 30 degrees. We know how physical his teams are year in and year out for the Hilton Cadets, and they'll look to have that physicality on display tonight as well.
Carl Coons is looking at the light, which has just turned green, which means he's ready here tonight. Turning around, the fans are into it. When I tell you this is one of the best atmospheres in Section 5, and the whole town in Canandaigua, we know we're on in bars, we know we're on in restaurants. We're so glad you're with us here tonight. And here's Coons, a little squib kick, a little bit of a risk, and it'll be Canandaigua falling on it. And really, that prevents a return by one of the best returners in Section 5, Taishid Crockton, as we'll take a look here at our offense here after this first down play. Quarterback Drew Willamie. He's a sophomore, also plays lacrosse, and he has got some great stats on the season. Over 1,200 yards passing, 13 touchdowns against 1 interception. We'll get to the starting lineups here for both teams after this 1st and 10 play at their own 34. As the Braves in the cherry and gray uniforms. Willamie with 4 receivers. Crockton is in the slot to the left of this formation. And the screen pass is set up, and that's going to be deflected. And sometimes you can't get to the quarterback. Put your hands up in the air, and that will work. As we take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Canandaigua Braves, Drew Willamie at quarterback. He's got a good tight end also, and Dom Galasi, another offensive weapon. Tremel Coleman to be the running back we'll call the most tonight. He wears number 28. For Hilton, Feedy is one of the fine defensive linemen, along with Carl Coons, and a couple of names also in the backfield, including Ty Lecter. Big part of this program. 2nd down and 10. Throw to the left side, and that's going to go to the top receiver, Crockton, and that's good tackling by Hilton to bring up 3rd down. For the Cadets, that's number 16, Brady Quill, the corner.
Saw the Hilton Cadet defensive line get their hands up to tip that pass, that Willamie pass on 1st down there. Good pursuit to the edge there on 2nd down to prevent a larger gain here. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Braves.
Our starting lineups presented by William Matar. Hurt in the car? Call William Matar. It's 3rd down and 10. Chance for Hilton to get off the field. Willamie throws, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. He was looking for Sean Mulvaney, number 4, and the Hilton defense standing tall.
See Willamie dropping back, and once again, big number 79. That's Carl Coons. We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight just because of his size, his dominance on both sides of the ball on that line. And I think that's one that Willamie, 2 out of 3 downs, you have balls tipped at the line of scrimmage there for Willamie.
As Willamie is going to get off a kick that doesn't go very far. That's going to only go for a net of 13, so Hilton is going to start in Canandaigua territory, as we have not even gone a minute into this game. Now, it's a little different for Hilton. Colton Thornton, number 13, speaking of, he's a junior, and he's going to look to his tight end, Feedy, and Broadnax being the running back. We'll get to the starting lineups for the Hilton offense and the Canandaigua defense after this 1st and 10 play. The handoff, and Broadnax getting wrapped up, and there's more than one hat to the ball. Lucas Del Forte, number 17, was the first guy through, as we take a look again at our starting lineups presented by William Matar. Hurt in the car? Call William Matar. Carl Coons, the left tackle, anchoring that line. Anthony Letta, his cousin Jonathan Letta, played for the team a few years ago before going to St. John Fisher University. For Canandaigua, there's the stars. They'll rotate other guys in there as well, as number 25, Dom Galasi, and 31, Trey Camella, keeping everybody fresh. This is 2nd down and 9. And the read option, and that will be the quarterback. And sometimes Thorpe will keep it and go, as he will get it down to the 42. And for Canandaigua, they want to win on these early downs to set up third down. It's third and makeable. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, and with Thorpe, we heard from Rich Lapani, good arm, good quarterback, and he can do it both on with his arm and with his legs. 11 yards per carry running this season so far for the junior quarterback for the Hilton Cadets.
Robert Lowry checking in for the Cadets. Also coming back in is number 17, Nicholas Castellana. Castellana to the top of your screen. Canandaigua fans making noise here on 3rd and 5. Under center, and the pitch going to Broadneck. Head of steam, and he gets wrapped up. Big tackle there. And that's 25, Dom Galassi making the tackle for a loss.
You get Canandaigua here with great pursuit, and Lowry not able to get out of the background there. I think they were trying to exploit that defense with a little bit of speed, and Canandaigua sniffed it out there. Dominic Galassi, you mentioned him, Gino. We'll be calling his name a lot tonight as well. 6 foot, 175-pound junior.
Ty Lecter will handle the punting duties on this 4th down play. It's a good snap, and he's going to get off a moonshot here. And this is going to flip the field position. As for Hilton getting down the field, Charles Streb to down it as we step aside. So glad you're with us here tonight from Canandaigua, the final regular season game. No score between Hilton and Canandaigua. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford on CW Rochester.
Own a hybrid or battery charged vehicle, the Gateway electric vehicle charging system is your path to the easiest, most affordable way to travel. It's easy to install in your own garage, good for the environment, and the Gateway app provides you with all the information to get you safely to your destination. Just plug, charge, and you're on your way. Gateway works on all electric cars and trucks, and the Level 2 charger provides superior mileage on every charge. You won't want to use anything else.
No score here. We are early on. The 3rd member of our broadcast team, Kevin Roche. We say good evening, Kevin.
Hey, good evening, guys. You know, both teams enter tonight's matchup at 6-1 on the year. Of course, Hilton lost their season opener to undefeated Webster Schrader, and Canandaigua lost a Week 4 matchup against undefeated East. Now, we talked with Braves head coach Jeff Welch this week, and he told us that loss, and they hate to lose, but that loss certainly helped this young group. It needed to happen, he told us this week, for them to learn and to grow. And he said they're better off not only going into tonight's matchup against Hilton, but starting sectionals next week, where, guys, they're looking to win their 4th straight Section 5 championship.
Yeah, Kevin, thank you very much. And it is a young team for Canandaigua. And sometimes, if it doesn't go your way, and if you're a head coach, you're also an educator. Sometimes you got to learn how to deal with a loss. 2nd down and 10 as that handoff to Coleman didn't go anywhere. And I think these yards are going to be tough for both of these teams tonight if these first few plays are any indication. There's head coach Jeff Welch looking on as play action. Under pressure, Willoughby throws. He finds Olveni on the far side. Olveni trying to get to the marker, and he's flung down as he goes into that marker. And they'll mark him. See where it is, but that's good to get Willoughby moving out of the pocket.
I was just thinking the same thing, Gene. You know, get him moving around, spread it out a little bit. Sean Olveni, a guy that can get you some yards after the catch as well. Hilton not able to pursue. You see a wide open receiver in the flat there, able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Safety Nicholas Castellana making the tackle. They will call that a 1st down. That play good for a Kangaroo 1st down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo, where we hop to it. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line in this field position battle here early on tonight. And going back to the ground game. It's on the turf. It's being kicked around. And Hilton comes up with it. Never had the handle was Coleman. And we'll see who came up with a recovery. And now Hilton with the ball in Canandaigua territory.
We had the chance to talk to Rich Lapani earlier this week. He identified a couple of players on this Braves offense, and one of them right here with the ball in his hands for a moment in number 28, Tramel Coleman.
So Jake McMahon with the strip. That's just sometimes get your hand in there. Robert Lowry with the recovery and a bouncing ball. Lowry the first to get to it, and they say he did have possession before he slid out of bounds. Back to the ground game is Broadnax coming through to the 31-yard line. For Jeffrey Broadnax, if you ask him anything about his injury, he remembers the exact date, March 28th, 2020, that he got that injury and the 9-month rehab. Mike Danger, he wants to do something positive going through that rehab. He's thinking about this possibly as a career.
Absolutely. He says he marvels at what the human body can do when you train it and when you come back from that kind of an injury. He marvels at his own recovery from that torn ACL, and boy, it's great to see him on the field working as hard as he's been working.
Yeah, certainly physical therapy, that is a great field to get into. That will go across the 30 down to the 27-yard line. And just to have the perspective to go through a full year, essentially, of the rehab and to get back to this point.
Also happened during the spring season, the COVID season, right? I mean, we were all going through different things mentally during that whole period of time, and I'm sure he had a different perspective and doesn't take a second for granted. Just a fascination in how the body is able to recuperate and rehabilitate itself. Interesting story. Great young man.
Third down, I formation as Thorpe will be under center. Thorpe plants, throws, has a man, and it's caught on the far side. That's Feedy, the tight end. And that's Hilton's first down tonight. A Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Some good size there at tight end with Feedy, the 6'3", 238-pound senior. If they get the ball in his hands, he can rumble down the field and make some plays tonight for the Hilton Cadets.
The ball going down to the 19-yard line. So for the first time tonight, we're inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Handoff going to Broadnax, going straight up the middle and down to the 15-yard line.
Boy, on first down, it doesn't seem like this is a Rich Lapani game, boy. He wants to be physical. He wants to win the battle up front. He'll run it up the gut. He will wear you down. He knows his kids are tough, and they're going to look forward to pushing you around in the following down. 4-yard pickup on that one.
Bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball down to the 15. Al-Safadi is the fullback who we had a chance to talk to. He is leading the way, as that's going to be about a yard shy of the marker. And you meet different players that love to hit people, and he falls into that category.
Yeah, that's number 22 playing fullback for the Cadets. He is, he was the guy that everybody in the Cadets, all the captains that we spoke to, he's the toughest guy on the team, according to him. He looks for the contact, thrives on the contact, and he knows he plays the most physical position on the field there at fullback.
Braden Pike is in for this play at 32 at fullback, so Pike will be leading the way here on 3rd down and 1. Lockhart will be the flanker to the near side. 2 tight end formation is the handoff going to Broadnax, and he's going to spin forward, gets across the 10, and that'll set up a goal-to-go situation. Another first down. That's presented by Kangaroo. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Yeah, you mentioned Braden Pike, their great lead block, just to get enough there for that first down. Broadnax has something going here in the run game for the Cadets here in the first quarter.
Daru getting credit for that tackle. 1st and goal from the 7. And again, Pike will be the fullback in this I formation. Handoff going to Broadnax. Broadnax will be taken down from behind, keeps those legs moving forward. That's going to be number 17, Lucas Del Forte. Second time we've called Lucas's name tonight, as this will bring up 2nd and goal.
You didn't have a lot of field to cover here for the Cadets, but they are eating up a lot of clock.
Wow. Are they ever? I mean, we're already under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And this is what happens when you turn the ball over, too. In a game like this, if you're just tuning in, Canandaigua fumbling in their own territory. The Braves have yet to pick up a first down here tonight. Thorpe under center. Thorpe giving the ball. Broadnax trying to plow his way ahead. He's going to be short. Getting it down to the 1. I would think that if you don't get it here, you're trying 2 shots here.
4 down territory? Sure, why not?
Absolutely. Two ways you can tell Rich Lapani. He is always wearing shorts, and he's always pacing. That the keeper, no signal yet. Hilton players want a touchdown. Still no signal.
They got it.
Yep, they do. That is a touchdown. Colton Thorpe with the touchdown. That's another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares. Hilton striking first.
You got that push up front by this big offensive line by the Cadets, the more experienced team here tonight with over 20 seniors on their roster. To Canandaigua's 11, and you see that push up front. Thorpe doing just enough to get it across that goal line for 6.
Sometimes we like to say when Marv Levy would go to his defense and he would say that was your touchdown. That was Jake McMahon's touchdown. He stripped the ball away and then it was recovered by Robert Lowry. So the defense, and we get movement, we get everything going here. What do we have?
No, Hilton was planning a little trickeration there with that attempt and pre-snap motion.
I don't think they had the ball ready, and it looks like Hilton is going to change of personnel here. Did they award a timeout? They did award a timeout. So with 2:53 remaining here in quarter number 1, it's 6-0. And for Canandaigua, if you're going to say, all right, we got three and a half quarters basically here left to play. I mean, it's pretty simple. Willoughby to Crockton, see if you can get that combination going.
Yeah, you have to avoid mistakes like what we just saw with the fumble. I mean, these are going to be killers in this game, and for Hilton to get points off of that turnover, that's going to be a hard thing for any team to overcome.
So Thorpe, the 1-yard touchdown run. Now the question is, do they go for 1 or go for 2 here? And it looks like they're going for 2. So Thorpe under center with Broadnax, the running back. Broadnax getting the pitch. Oh, it's the Philly special back. Oh, it's broken off. It's broken up. Jude York, number 5, saving 2 points.
Unbelievable play by York to break up the trick play there on the 2-point conversion. It was there. Thorpe was open. Look at the extension, the height to tip that ball, break it up, and prevent the 2-point conversion.
That's Jude York doing his homework, watching film. 6-0 is our score here on Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
We are Storm Basement Waterproofing.
Our services include foundation wall repair, basement waterproofing, sub pump installation, and sub pump maintenance. We're looking at a whole home solution for people with dealing with moisture problems, basement waterproofing problems that they're having.
When we're done with everything, it's the product that really stands out. Give us a call at 585-622-2717, or better yet, you can even check us out online at stormbasementwaterproofing.com.
6-0 is our scores. We take a look at the Illuminating Expressions scoring summary. Illuminating Expressions, where light comes to life. And we always appreciate their sponsorship. And it's Hilton off to a good start on the road. But again, it was getting a short field thanks to the defense taking the ball.
I'd like to point out here, too, a couple of weeks ago, Hilton hosted Gates Chili for homecoming and gave up an opening game kickoff return for a touchdown. Gates Chili getting on the board early a couple of weeks ago. So this Hilton special teams unit susceptible here on kickoff returns.
Crockton has 2 kickoff returns this season. One of the returners that's deep back. It's like, when Coons kicked it off last time, he didn't want any part going to Crockton. This is another squibber, and Canandaigua is just going to fall on it. And, you know, it's effective. It's going to be at the 26.
Yeah, you want to keep it out of the hands of Crockton. You've accomplished that mission.
Ty Lecter that time doing the honors. I guess they trade on and off there. We had Coons last time.
What a tradition of Hilton football, too. You hear some of these names, Letta, Lecter. I mean, these are, you know, generations of Hilton Cadet football, with Rich Lapani being a part of it now for so long.
That was 22. Braden Giuseppe with recovering that, one of the upmen. G. Battaglia, Mike Danger, Kevin Roche, our sideline reporter. Eric Carpy, our director tonight. Here's going to be the pass to Crockton, and Crockton trying to turn it upfield, and it's like Hilton knows that's where the ball might be going, as one of the tacklers, Ty Lecter, the aforementioned, after only a gain of 1. Canandaigua looking for their first down of the evening, as they're all looking back at the sideline. The coach Jeffrey Welch in his 11th year as the head coach, 2 years previously before that as an assistant on this staff on the 2nd down and 9, and we get movement before, and it's going to go against the Braves. And he's
dead ball, slow start on the offense. That's 5 yards, still 2nd down.
He says he's admired Hilton always from afar, but this is the first time up and close and personal in 13 years that he's had to prepare for the Cadets.
And it's funny, you can almost put a mirror up to each program here, because they're very similar. They both want to be physical. They both want to impose their will at the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football. They've got rich tradition, rich history. Yeah, it's kind of remarkable that this is the first time in 15 years that these two programs have met on the field.
And they're two towns that just love their high school athletics. As we've got movement, and we've got the ball on the turf, and then picking it up and trying to do something positive is Willoughby, but it'll be a loss inside the 20 and back to the 18-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play.
Yeah, if you're Willoughby here, you know, just that snap is just, I've got to wonder if that was intended to be a direct snap, because it almost looked like it was going into the hands of number 2 there, of Crockton. Willoughby doing all he could just to fall on that, prevent the turnover from happening there. And if you're Canandaigua, you got to clean it up a little bit here. These little, the little attention to detail here on offense. Otherwise, we're going to be, it's going to be a short night offensively for the Braves.
Chase Willoughby is the older brother of Drew. He is the center on this play, so the connection gets off a good play. This time, the handoff, but that's going to be well short of the marker, as running it back for about the yardage that they lost was Coleman. This will bring up 4th down. And another win here for the Hilton defense to get off the field. Castellana once again will be the returner for the Cadets. Hilton in the all white, Canandaigua in the cherry and gray. Willoughby to punt. And this time he gets off a low wobbler, and he'll take a bit of a roll. And for the first time tonight, Hilton starts in their own territory with just 12 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Going on the road here for Hilton, where they win the coin toss, they defer, they got a lead, they got the ball back. State the obvious, pretty good start.
Pretty good start for Hilton, and if you're Canandaigua, you want your Braves defense here to step up and make a big play. You're looking to create a turnover wherever you can here, try to flip the field a little bit and get some momentum going, because offensively you've got nothing happening right now in this first quarter.
Broadnax will be in the backfield once again. And again, they're going to stick with the I formation here. Castellana to the near side. And the handoff going right up the middle. And just into Canandaigua territory. This will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's the final regular season game here for both teams. 6-1 Hilton, 6-1 Canandaigua, and 6-0 our score. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford here on CW Rochester.
Four Winds Chimney is a full-service chimney and fireplace company. We cover everything top to bottom, inside and out when it comes to the chimney and fireplace system. Services that we offer include chimney sweeps and inspections, all types of safety inspections, chimney rebuilding, chimney repair, custom cap installation, gas fireplace and wood stove installation as well. Our phone number is 585-727-1174, or our website is fourwindschimney.com.
Billy Whitaker's lots are full. He needs to make room, and that means until he sells 200 cars, you're taking the checkered flag. It's the Billy Whitaker 200 sales event. The deals are phenomenal, and the time to buy is now. Cars, trucks, SUVs. When you buy a vehicle, you get to choose from a 4K TV, a brand new Chromebook, or a chance to get into the money machine and win Billy's money. Get the inside track on a great deal at Whitaker Ford, where you're always good to go.
William Matar isn't like other attorneys.
William, you should see this police show that I saw last night. It was really great.
Do they investigate any car crashes?
He eats, breathes, and dreams of helping people after a car crash.
Wow, good crash!
Tommy, there are no good crashes. Yep, that's a late model pickup and a parallel twin motorcycle. That's uncanny.
And his clients love the results. Hurt in a car? Call William Matar.
Love can definitely heal if you let it.
I think our love song is up to us to create.
We're so different, but in the end, we're all humans.
Choosing to lead with love, regardless of how other people treat you.
Just giving love back.
Encouraging people to come from a place of love and not fear.
Love.
Love. Love. Love.
Love.
I think we could all use a lot more of it.
Hilton with the lead and the ball. 6-0 Cadets as we begin the second. We go downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, thanks, Gene. Well, Hilton head coach Rich Lapani has been a constant with this program since 1989. He's won 2 Section 5 championships along the way, back in 92 and 94, and he's amassed 204 victories in his career, which places him 4th on the all-time Section 5 victory list. But as you mentioned, his attire during his tenure hasn't really changed either. He prefers to wear shorts while he's roaming the sidelines each week. And during our conference call this week, we asked him what it would take to ditch the shorts on game day. He said it would have to be less than 35 and probably raining. And guys, we don't have that here tonight.
As thank you, Kevin. The big pass to Feedy, the tight end, going along the near side. A touchdown saving tackle by Crockton. And we take another look.
Yeah, this is what we've seen out of Hilton so far this year. They'll lull you with the run game and then hit you with the big play over the top and feeding the recipient on this one. A little bit of a horse collar there at the end of the play. But a big play by the Cadet offense here has them inside the red zone and looking to add to their 6-0 lead.
Yeah, it's good enough for a Tracy Door Company first down. Get a Tracy Door. You get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. As Broadnax trying to bounce it outside, trying to break a tackle, but that's what you got to do if you're Canandaigua. More than one man to the ball. Jude York, first man through. Also back inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone.
Yeah, Dominic Lacey on the play there as well. Broadnax looking for a stiff arm here, trying to get around the edge, and good pursuit around that edge by the Brave defense there. See number 25, Dom Galacy, getting in there to finish up the play.
So a loss about 2. Second and goal from the 9. This will be Castellana, the only receiver to the near side. Castellana, pump fake, the throw, fade pattern, end zone for Castellana, diving! Touchdown! Touchdown, Hilton Cadets! Nicholas Castellana, 9-yard touchdown. That's good for another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
What is this Hilton offense that we're seeing? Passing the ball and making unbelievable plays in the pass game? I mean, for as physical as this team is running the football, you have to admire the skill of this play, that catch, full extension. Did the ball hit the ground there, Gene?
Yeah.
It's a tight one, but man, you love the effort there by Castellana.
That hit the ground. If you're a Canandaigua fan, I know you're upset, but that is so hard to see in real time. I didn't see it. You couldn't see it at home. And the 2-point conversion this time is good. So our score 14-0. It's one of those plays, Danger. You see it in real time, though. What a play by
unbelievable throw by Thorpe and great extension by Castellana.
We'll take a short break here. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals presented by Billy Whitaker Ford. 14-0 Hilton with the lead here in Canandaigua on CW Rochester.
Our storm basement waterproofing.
Our services include foundation wall repair, basement waterproofing, sub pump installation, and sub pump maintenance. We're looking at a whole home solution for people with dealing with moisture problems, basement waterproofing problems that they're having.
When we're done with everything, it's the product that really stands out. Give us a call at 585-622-2717, or better yet, you can even check us out online at stormbasementwaterproofing.com.
The Illuminating Expressions scoring summary as we are in the second quarter. Illuminating Expressions where light comes to life. That was a 74-yard drive that time. So Hilton got a short field the last time, and this time we take another look here, Mike Danger, and your thoughts here, should this have counted?
Well, you had a little tug there, and then you can't really see from that angle, but from another angle, it looked like the ball might have hit the turf. Regardless, you had a really great effort there, both defensively and offensively. Here's the other angle here to see if that ball actually did hit the turf. And, you know, you could argue that he had his hand underneath it the entire time as well, and kind of bringing it there at the last second. Regardless, 14-0 our score here early in the second quarter.
They have been playing keep away from Crockton on the kickoffs, and they're going to do the same thing once again, as that'll be down about the 27-yard line. And that was our Bill Gray's kickoff. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Bill Gray's.
Well, this Canandaigua faithful crowd is shell-shocked. 14-0 here early in the second, and the offense hasn't really been able to get any sort of rhythm whatsoever. Well, there you see the crowd. You know, we've got the marching band. We've got a great atmosphere, unlike anything we've seen in Section 5. But they've been kind of quieted by this Hilton Cadet team that's come in here and put up an early lead.
And it will be go back to the ground game, and this is going to be Crockton out of the backfield. He gets tripped up. That is Robert Lowry with the tackle for the loss, as trying to get the ball to your playmaker. Crockton, good idea, but Lowry had other ideas.
We got a flag on the play here as well, Gino. They're picking it up.
So indeed the flag has been waved off, and I'll set up a 2nd down and 11.
You can see maybe that last block there right before the play ended might have been, that was pretty close. Could have maybe been a block in the back, but regardless, they pick up the flag, move on here, 2nd and 11.
Lowry against Crockton. That's the matchup to the bottom of your screen on the near boundary, and we get more pre-snap motion here.
Dead ball. Full start. On the offense, it's 5 yards. Still 2nd down. He's had the receiver out there.
So, pointing the other direction, sorry to the York family. But here we are in week 8. Those are the type of mistakes. You don't like them in week 1.
Canandaigua mentally needs to get into this game. I mean, they've made just mental error after mental error, whether it's a botched snap, a fumble, penalties early on. It's almost like Hilton is living rent-free in their kitchen right now, Gene, and they need to find something here to get a little rhythm and get their heads in the game.
2nd down and 16 is the down and distance. As Willoughby will hand off once again, and getting upended is Coleman. Short gain on the play. Gets it about up to the 27 to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Robert Lowry on the tackle. You see there right there, the 5'8", 165-pound junior playing corner for this Cadets defense. He's all over the ball, and he's going to be tasked with keeping some of these Braves playmakers in check, including Tysheed Crockton, Tramel Coleman.
Coach Rich Lapani looking on his defense. Can they get off the field? As Willoughby rolling to his right. Willoughby trying to buy some time. Fires downfield. Has a man. It's dropped. Oh, it's Mulvaney. I don't know if that was tipped at the last second. As in coverage was Ty Lecter. What a job by Willoughby trying to buy some time.
You have Willoughby rolling out, which we mentioned earlier. Like, get him rolling out, get him out of the pocket, and making plays downfield. And man, yeah, you had the defender fall, and Velney just not able to haul that in, and you can see the frustration on the sideline. You knew that was a big play, a big opportunity missed there by the Brave offense.
Oh boy, here's an opportunity now for Hilton, as this will be an end-over-end kick that Hilton is wisely just going to back away from. That'll roll out of bounds inside the 40-yard line, so good field position for the Hilton Cadets once again. Want to stay tuned for the Storm Basement Waterproofing Dry Basement Living halftime report, where we'll have this week's O heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, Scholar athletes. Service so good you're going to find a reason to call. We'll also have Kevin Roche talking to some cadets and also some Brave school officials. First half highlights and more. That's the Storm Basement Waterproofing Dry Basement Living halftime report. Time to dig deep here for Canandaigua's defense.
Need to stop here.
As this will be right up the gut across the 40 into the 42. As they untangle that Powell. That was Lowry getting the ball that time, giving Broadnax a breather. Those are about a gain of 3.
If you're Canandaigua, I think you have to be aware now that the run setting up the pass here, and they've shown, Hilton has shown early in this game, they can make some big plays through the air. More than just the up-the-gut run game and the power physical run game that we're used to seeing out of Hilton year in and year out.
Yeah, Feedy, it's going to be Lloyd guarding him, but instead it's going to be the inside handoff. And a lot of kind of misdirection there, but in the end, it's going to be Canandaigua maintaining the responsibilities as Broadnax only get a couple, but it still brings up about 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, lots of motion before this play. Nice execution by the Hilton offense. Good defense, so not fooled. And that's number 25 making the play there. Galesi, once again for the Canandaigua Braves defense.
Third down and 6. And now the Canandaigua fans starting to make some noise here. The public address announcer asking everybody. Cheerleaders here tonight, band here tonight. And everybody,
senior night.
Yeah, it's now a timeout that's going to be called by Hilton. So Rich Lapani, seeing that everybody's creeping up on that line of scrimmage, sensing this is a big play, why not talk about this on 3rd down and 6?
A menu that features Angus meats, seafood, and pasta. Nolan's is a proud platinum sponsor of the CA Braves varsity football team.
You know, the holidays are coming, I've heard. And if you're in need of putting up some people for your holiday gathering or just having some visitors out of town, or you just want a weekend getaway, maybe we recommend Homewood Suites, proud sponsor here of Friday Night Rivals. 334-9150, right on Highland Drive. Check out Homewood Suites. I also want to thank the good folks here at Eric's office and the Green Front. And I know that we're on there tonight. Hopefully the volume is cranked here, and we appreciate their good meals that they sent over tonight. Delicious.
I have the Chicken Club and tots. I'm a big tot
guy.
Like tots. Yeah.
So I left the tots for you. I went with the fish fries,
you're a good man. I appreciate you.
3rd down and 6 as the Cadets using their first timeout here of the second half. Hilton coming in with a 6-game winning streak. Lost on opening night to Schrader, and Schrader has run the table here so far. Coons at right tackle here on this 3rd down. The snap, throw, left side. It's going to be caught by Feedy. Plowing his way, he's got the first down. He was a yard shy and then framed up his body and gets the first down. That's good enough for a Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, get a whole lot more from the Tracy family.
That's what 6'3", 238 pounds across that first down marker looks like. 3 guys on his back, and he still has enough power and size to get the first down for the Cadet offense.
Cadets have controlled this game so far. Castellan on the near side. It's going to be the inside handoff once again, and that pile keeps moving. The near side official is going to mark it for about a gain of 4. We got a stoppage.
Canandaigua came out of that pile with the ball. They know right now that's what this defense needs. That's what this team needs more than anything. They need a big play defensively here. It looks like we get a flag on the field as well here after the play.
Feedy coming in.
5-yard face mask on the defense. That's going to be 5 yards. And that'll go against the first down.
First downs are coming different ways for this Hilton team. Another Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr. You get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. Down to the 40 now.
If you're Canandaigua head coach Jeff Welsh right now, are you crafting the perfect motivation speech for halftime?
Now another movement, but this is going to go the other way.
Dead ball. Full start. On the offense, that's 5 yards. Still first down. That'll back them up.
Hilton's first penalty tonight.
I mentioned it earlier. Hilton, the more experienced team here with 21 seniors on this roster to Canandaigua was 11. And, you know, they're not going to use that as an excuse here. Head coach Jeff Welsh talking about how they knew there would be some growing pains this year, but it's a chance for underclassmen to step into a leadership role, and they've been progressing through the season.
Following tonight's game, we'll have our William Matar player of the game. Hurt in a car? Call William Matar. 1st and 15. What do we have now?
Timeout.
Timeout, Hilton. You know, now the quarter's half over here, so why not just take a minute here and figure out what it is you want to do, because it's fair to say this is a pivotal point here in the game. If Hilton can go up by 3 scores and get the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, and so far, Canandaigua hasn't really shown the ability offensively to do anything against this Hilton defense. They've been getting pushed around on both sides of the ball. Hilton just the more physical team so far tonight. And at some point here, Canandaigua is going to have to rise up, get that mean streak back in them.
Students here tonight just wearing all sorts of colors here tonight. We've seen the neon here. That's been kind of the trend here.
Yeah, that's the that's not the white out. That's the bright out. I believe
that's
in the end zone.
Our Four Winds Chimney closed captioning. Four Winds Chimney built to stand the test of time. It's a keeper. Thorpe first down. Thorpe has more inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. Bank it. Touchdown. Touchdown. Hilton Cadets. 45 yards. Colton Thorpe. That's good enough for another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Matt, make that his second rushing touchdown on the night. Colton Thorpe doing it all for this Cadets offense with his arm and with his legs. That was spectacular and certainly caught Canandaigua off guard. See the massive hole. Great blocking downfield by the Cadets. And then just speed by the athletic Thorpe to get it into the end zone here for the touchdown. And now a commanding 20-0 lead for Hilton here in Canandaigua.
Fantastic block downfield, as you know, they're going to go for 2 as they have tonight. 20-0 is our score. Thorpe rolling to his right. One of these RPOs gets belted and it'll be knocked short. So Canandaigua keeping this a 20-point margin with 5:51 remaining in the second.
You know, I want to go back to the last offensive possession that Canandaigua had, where he had Ove in the downfield and it hit him right in the hands and he wasn't able to, like, when plays like that happen, don't you get the sense as a fan, as a supporter, as a team, oh man, this just might not be our night. Like that's the kind of play that usually gets executed, and for whatever reason, it's just not bouncing their way tonight here in Canandaigua.
We'll take a quick break here. Hilton's up 20-0. This is William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
So you're going about 60. Is that about right? Okay. And the airbags deployed?
As head of the state's largest motor vehicle accident firm, William Mattar is always seeking to gain new insight from car crash experts to keep him at the top of his game.
And the neck is still sore?
Who ordered the Exoreezy? You single?
Big series coming up here for the home team. See if they can get on the board here and get something positive going. I mean, it's a team danger that Drew Willoughby on the season. 13 touchdown passes, 1 interception. It's not like Class A is easy. They have beaten some really good opponents this year.
Yeah, and he's got a great arm. We've seen it on display tonight. They're just not connecting. They haven't been able to find any sort of rhythm offensively tonight. Hilton's defense really doing a great job stifling them.
Lecter to kick off once again. So Coons handled the first kickoff. Lecter's going to roll it. And that'll be taken up and then getting tripped up across the 35 and 37. And look for Hilton. That was another Bill Gray's kickoff, by the way. Gimme. Bill Gray's. It's effective, I think, if you're just going to keep the ball away from number 2, Crockton.
Number 23, Keegan Jackson, brings it out to the Braves. 9-yard line.
Keegan Jackson with the return that time for the Braves, as this will be at their own 39-yard line. 4 receivers, trips left. Willoughby plants, throws, has a man, and that's going to be caught. And that will be number 2, Tysheed Crockton. It's the first down for Canandaigua tonight as they get it into Hilton territory, and that's good enough for Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, get a whole lot more from the Tracy family.
All right, let's see if this is the start of something here for Canandaigua. A little bit of momentum. See a little bobble there after the catch, but we've got a first down. You're getting your playmaker involved in Tysheed Crockton. First down, Canandaigua.
Crockton lining up now in the other slot to the top. And it'll be going Crockton, setting up the screen, turning it upfield. Crockton breaks a tackle. First down and more. 30, 25, 20, 15, and he's knocked out of bounds. Tysheed Crockton turning it on the Jets. That's good enough for a Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, you get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. We're also back inside the Ide family at Dealerships Red Zone, or maybe not. Hold on. As everybody's coming back here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Boy, it's been that sort of night for Canandaigua.
Block in the back. Number 72 of the offense. That's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
We had the chance to talk to Jonathan Lammers, just a bright young man, and that time he gets called for the. We want to talk more about the offensive lineman. Okay, so they said 70. Yeah, there
72.
it is. Yep. And Lammers puts his hands up like, oh, I didn't do that.
Wasn't me.
No, me.
He's an impressive young man, though. We did get the chance to talk. He plays guitar on the side, but loves playing football.
So after the penalty, can they get the yardage back? That's going to go incomplete.
Well, on that play with the penalty, I mean, I was about to say before the flag hit the turf, what took so long? I mean, you know what kind of a playmaker Tysheed Crockton is. Get the ball in his hands and great things can happen, and we've seen it now 2 plays in a row. Had it not been for that penalty, you'd be talking about Canandaigua in the red zone right now. Instead, they've done it to themselves again and find themselves in a long situation.
Crockton now with 37 receptions on the season. 7 of them have gone for touchdowns. He leads the team with 10 touchdowns overall. Second down and 17. Willoughby doesn't like it. Rolling out. Willoughby trying to buy some time. Throws across his body. That is a duck, and it's picked off. It's intercepted. This is going to be Castellana. Castellana bringing it back into, and a flag coming down late on the end of the play. That ball just not coming out cleanly out of Willamy's hand. That's his second interception of the season.
Yeah, and for Willamy there on that one, he had Crockton kind of waving his arms in the middle of the field. Throwing across your body, never a good idea. Not a very strong arm pass there, and Castellana touchdown earlier, and now the interception. Let's see what the flag is about.
Something to do with the hit at the end here, I believe.
After the interception, dead ball on sportsmanlike foul, number 23 of the defense. That's going to be 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So McMahon getting called, but in a sportsmanlike. But now it's Hilton, where for Canandaigua it's getting late early as we take another look here at this interception. And
yeah, it's as simple as just having body position and size, getting in front of it. And, you know, again, we can't be impressed enough by Castellana, the plays he's made tonight, both offensively and defensively. Quite the athlete with the extension of the touchdown catch, and then you see how he can high point a ball there for the interception on defense.
20-0 is our score, and now Hilton gets the ball back. Handoff going right up the middle. Another first down, another Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr. You get a whole lot more from the Tracy family, as that's going to be Broadnax going right up the gut of game of 11.
It's funny, when Broadnax transferred to Hilton, he thought, you know what, I'm a running back. I'm happy that I'm at Hilton. I'm happy that I'm here. He came over as a freshman from Spencerport, knows the tradition of running backs in this Rich Lapani program, and making the most of his opportunities this year.
Player who just had that interception, Castellana, he's the receiver to the top of your screen. I formation once again, and it'll be Broadnax once again, making one cut and keeping those legs moving. That'll go to the 49, the opposite 49, for a gain of 2. That's going to keep this clock moving here tonight. So for Hilton, what a year. This is new to them, going down to Class A. All these years playing your McQuaids, your Aquinas, your Pittsburghs. It's a gauntlet in Class AA, and just to have to learn a new opponent week after week, you don't have any baseline how difficult. Yeah. And Rich Lapani mentioned that this week.
And a big win last week for Brighton, 35-20, to move to 6-1. Rich Lapani, you know, has always been competitive, whether it's Class AA, Class A. And tonight, boy, really stepping up for the first time in 15 years here, seeing a Canandaigua Braves squad that looks shell-shocked here in the first half.
Well, like a team in basketball that needs a break, and okay, we got to set our defense. Canandaigua just took a timeout here. So with 3:32, staring down a 2nd and 8. We will have a Canandaigua timeout. They'll have 2 remaining, I beg your pardon. That was the first one they used. Now stay tuned for the Storm Basement Waterproofing Dry Basement Living Halftime Report. We're going to talk to this week's Triple O Heating, Cooling, Electrical, Plumbing Scholar athletes. Service so good, you're going to find a reason to call. Kevin Rose will also be by with some interviews. We'll have the highlights if you're just kind of tuning in right now. I'll tell you how we got to this 20-0 score. That's the Storm Basement Waterproofing Dry Basement Living Halftime Report. Coming up.
What a great night for football here in Section 5, right? Canandaigua Academy, gorgeous facility, unbelievable support from the community.
And
Braves Field is awesome.
This has to be a first 2. I think we went 8 for 8 in terms of the weather. It's been outstanding.
I didn't want to jinx it or say anything last week.
We're safe. I think we're safe.
We made it. I mean, we've had lightning and thunder delays, and we made it through the entire season with it, without it being cold, without it being rain. Now, next season, whole different story, Gino. We'll be playing in a monsoon.
Don't say that. But, wow. Yeah, this time of year in Western New York, it's just splendid. As Broadnax getting the call, and this is what Hilton likes to do. Run it left, run it to the right, run it up the middle, and that time it's up the middle. Getting it down to the 45 to bring up 3rd down and 4. Third down and 4 is the Cadets are just running clock here. They'll bring in the play from the sideline.
Well, if you're Coach Lapani, that's exactly what you want to do, right? That you have control of this game. Don't make a mistake. Don't put the ball on the ground. Don't turn it over. And eat up as much clock as you can.
It'll be the keeper breaking a tackle. Thorpe trying to plow his way. Breaks another tackle. There he goes. It'll get tripped up all the way down to the 25. Should have been tackled maybe 2 or 3 times. What great footwork by Colton Thorpe. That's the Tracy Dorey Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorey. Get a whole lot more from the Tracy family.
That is just physicality. I mean, this is just Hilton out physicaling. I don't know if that's a word. They're just playing more physical than Canandaigua. And you're not able to wrap up Thorpe, and he gets the extended... he gets to extend the play there with the missed tackling. A couple guys going in for the kill shot, grabbing at the jersey instead of wrapping him up.
Yeah, Jack Tenori, 21. He's not going to like seeing that back. He knows that's not the technique there. First and 10 at the 25. Bouncing it to the left is Broadnax. Now Broadnax says, I can do the same thing. And a play that looked like it should have been nothing. That'll go for some positive yardage. And that'll bring us inside again, the iFamily of Dealerships red zone.
Yeah, you can see it too with Hilton, the way they're playing right now. Their body language, they're fired up. They know they're in command of this game. Their offense hasn't been stopped tonight. You can see the stiff arm there. I mean, Broadnax getting his shoulders square and plowing over Procton there. And Canandaigua, I don't know what the message is at halftime. If you're going into halftime, you're Jeff Welsh. I don't know what you're telling your guys, but they're just getting pushed around at this point.
Second and short, pump fake, going end zone, wanting his man into the end zone. Touchdown, Braves. Luke Lockhart, his first reception tonight, goes for 6. That's another American exteriors and interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
This has been Hilton's MO all season, Gene. And we talk about how Rich Lapani loves to be physical, loves to run the ball. You had the running game working here on this drive, and then you go over the top with a quarterback who's more than capable with his arm, and another perfectly placed ball right over the top of the defense, and a great catch by Luke Lockhart for 6.
This is the difference between some Hilton teams of years past where, you can run, you're pounding it, but then, boom, right over the top, and Lockhart getting that. And Lloyd had good coverage on that. It's just a really good throw. And now, as they've done all night, they're going to go for 2 once again to try to make this 28-0. The read option, as Thorpe's going to be marked short. So our score will remain 26-0.
Yeah, Coach Lapani very confident about his quarterback coming into this game. Great arm, around 65% completion percentage, and he can make plays with his feet, as we've seen tonight. 11 yards per carry rushing coming into this game. A couple of really tough yards by Colton Thorpe on the ground, and then of course a couple of touchdown passes as well. Perfectly placed balls where only his wide receivers can get it. So really impressive performance in the first half here by this Cadet offense.
And starting to line up here as they have risers at this stadium. So they'll probably be not going on the field. So getting ready to perform here for everybody at halftime. And it's something we don't get at every stop now in Section 5. That's having a band out on the front.
It's a great atmosphere. Yeah. Can't say enough about it.
1:18 remaining here before halftime. Luke Lockhart, not a wide receiver, a flanker. You don't see that description too often. And that will be returned by number 2. Crockton getting his first touch on a return tonight. Another Bill Gray's kickoff. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Bill Gray's in for Canandaigua. Gimme, gimme, gimme some offense here. And really, what kind of set the tone? It was a fumble early on, like Danger.
Yeah.
That mistake, and from there, it's been one thing after another.
Yeah, just a handful of miscues throughout this first half, with the fumble, with a botched snap, with some penalties that have erased some big plays. But I think the constant here still needs to be Taishi Crockton. And when we talked to Willoughby earlier this week, he made it clear. But look, I'm going to be looking for him downfield. Let's see if they can get something going here. 26-0.
Pitch going near side, and this will be turning it up the field. Crockton breaking a tackle, and it'll be swung down up to the 42-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 11, and a Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr. Get a whole lot more from the Tracy family.
And there's Nick Castellano once again to wrap up that play. But you see what kind of speed and athleticism Crockton has. Get the ball in his hands. Let him make plays.
Handoff going between the tackles once again, and that is just some great running. It gets the fans into it. Crockton brings it into Hilton territory, and it'll stop the clock momentarily with 47 seconds remaining here before halftime. Down to the 45. Another Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr. Get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. And now we'll also have Canandaigua burning their second timeout. And if anything, gives number 2 a chance to catch his breath. That's here, right. Because you're going to want him in a route or something like that.
Yeah, it's just some really hard running from Crockton, who's been the offense for Canandaigua so far tonight.
The defensive line of Feedy, Coons, McMahon, and saw 88, Connor Alanka. Doing a good job here so far tonight.
Yeah, all 3 levels of the cadet defense has been on point tonight. Linebacker play has been solid with Braden Pike, McMahon. We've mentioned Lowry a handful of times tonight. Lecter, Castellano with the interception earlier.
DiBattista is out there defensively on the line for Hilton. This is 1st and 10. Canandaigua just looking to get something here before halftime as Willoughby under pressure, backside screen to Galassi. Galassi has Green in front of him. 35-30. 25 breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and he's going to be spun down, knocked out of bounds, and that will stop the clock. Dom Galassi, what a well-designed play.
Absolutely. And Lowry for Hilton missing a tackle there, extending the run for Galassi, getting a few extra yards there at the end of the play. Big move by Galassi there, just finding himself open on the design screen. Nobody in front of him. Good lead block there by 79, clearing the way a little bit. And then some tough running.
Galassi goes for 23 on that play. A Sally on the block there. 1st and 10 is Willoughby rolling to his right. Willoughby throwing on the run, and he's going to find Ovani, and Ovani will get it inside the 15, but this is going to keep the clock moving. So decision time here for Jeff Welsh, and he is going to have to use his last time out. So Ovani goes for a gain of about 7, and he's trying to get to the sideline there, but was taken down before he could. And now basically you go end zone here for a few plays.
Yeah, we know that this offense is, can get it to the end zone through the air. We've seen Willoughby's arm on display. Designed a play here that can get them 6 before the half, hopefully.
Just tripped up at the last second there.
Yeah, and another point to make here as we inch closer towards halftime. Hilton deferred. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. So getting some points here keeps you in the game if you're Canandaigua. If you get shut out here with Hilton getting the ball back to start the second half, that's going to be an uphill climb for these Braves.
I know it's your job, Mike Danger, to do the halftime adjustments. But may I suggest, anytime they get Willoughby moving out of the pocket, like get him off the mark there and get him to buy some time. That seems to be one of the things that has worked tonight. Crockton will be in the slot to the far side, the top of your screen. 2nd down and 4 from the 15. More importantly, just 25 seconds remaining before halftime. Willoughby claps his hands. He's going to take off? No. He's going to throw on the run. He throws it away. There really wasn't receiver in the area, but they will let that go. They'll bring up third down. Actually, for the sophomore, that's a very heady play there, because maybe he gets to the sideline, but if he doesn't, that's pretty much the half.
Willoughby's deceptive when he drops back to pass, too. You don't really know if it's a delayed handoff coming or if he's going to get rid of the ball. Like, he can be a little flat-footed at times when he's in the pocket, and you don't know if he's going to tuck and run or hand off. You know, interesting player to watch when he's in the pocket.
Depew will be one of the receivers to the near side, and this is going to go to the main man, number 2, Crockton. Crockton gets tackled. The flag comes down. That's going to stop the clock. It would be good enough for the first down should the play stand.
Yeah, there's a clear block in the back there by Galacy, and you can see he's frustrated by that play, but it was a pretty obvious one. These are the errors.
Block in the back. Number 25 of the offense. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Second down. Clock's going to start, yeah.
These are the little mental errors that have haunted Canandaigua all night, as you see the block right there, right in the back. You have to be more heady than that. And now, well, a little bit more challenging here if you're going to get points before halftime.
All right, so the clock starts here. Maybe 2 plays as Willoughby trying to buy time. Willoughby throwing. Back of the end zone, has a man, diving attempt, can't pull it down. Great extension there. That was Winkler with his first target tonight. Jaden Winkler trying to do what he can to pull that down. It does leave enough time on the clock for one more play.
Yeah, 4th and 4 here. You can see just not able to bring it down or keep the feet in bounds. Great effort, though.
Boy, that's just some good coverage by Lowry, too, for the Cadets.
Yeah, this defense has been impressive all half.
Right.
Really hard to get moving on.
Barring a penalty, this is the last play of the half. As Willoughby rolling to his right. All sorts of time. He's going to take a chance. Fires end zone. And that'll be batted away. And what a half for the Hilton Cadets. They are winners of 6 in a row, and they lead here at 6-1 Canandaigua by a 26-0 score. We've got our Storm Basement Waterproofing Dry Basement Living Halftime Report coming your way next. Kevin Roche and more will also introduce you to this week's Triple O Scholar Athletes. Again, at the half tonight, 26-0. But before we do that, we go downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, guys, here with Coach Lapani. Coach, an impressive first half from your offense. 2 rushing touchdowns from your quarterback, Colton Thorpe. 2 passing touchdowns. Is that the most impressive half your offense has had this year?
Yeah, we're playing pretty well right now. They're an excellent team, so we can't sit back and think this game is over. It's a long way from over. They're a hell of a football team, like they just showed right there. So we got to come out ready to play. Had a good half, but now it's a whole other ball game.
Absolutely. Best of luck in the second half. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Rich Lapani, the longtime coach at Hilton since 1989. As the Cadets will talk it over. And the Braves going back to their locker room. 26-0. Hilton with the lead here. It's William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford on CW Rochester.
Our Storm Basement Waterproofing.
Our services include foundation wall repair, basement waterproofing, sub pump installation, and sub pump maintenance. We're looking at a whole home solution for people with dealing with moisture problems, basement waterproofing problems that they're having.
When we're done with everything, it's the product that really stands out. Give us a call at 585-622-2717, or better yet, you can even check us out online at stormbasementwaterproofing.com.
Iron Chiro, helping you perform at the highest level. Teens are in the most physically demanding time of their life. From oversized backpacks to competitive sports, there is a lot of wear on their bodies and little to no solutions available. At Iron Chiro, we work daily with countless families to solve these obstacles that take away from performance in school, sports, and overall quality of life. Iron Chiro is centered around evidence-based treatment that is personalized and proven to increase performance and expedite the healing process. Upgrade your performance and move in the right direction with Iron Chiro today.
As if you don't already have enough on your mind, I'm sure you don't want to worry about the stress of car shopping.
That's why at Ide Honda, we don't lure you in with a misleading low payment, only to disappoint you with bad news when you get here and have you find out that there's thousands of dollars hidden down in the fine print. At Ide Honda, we're upfront right from the start, so your car buying process can be easy, honest, and even fun. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, come visit us at Ide Honda. We'd love to earn your business.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna transfer yet.
You have 48 hours to decide. I don't think my coaches think I'm good enough.
What do you think?
You will never beat me, and you'll never beat me. Let's go.
Eat or be eaten?
I'm coming for y'all next.
We can't let anyone or anything get in our way.
I made my decision.
All-American Homecoming.
Monday at 9 on CW Rochester.
Welcome back to William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford. That's the Canandaigua Band, the sound. Belting out some tunes here, keeping everybody entertained. But so far, it's been Hilton doing the entertaining. 26-0 is our halftime score. Time now to introduce you to this week's Triple O Scholar Athletes. Maddie Pachado is a 3-season Scholar Athlete from Hilton and co-captain of the varsity cheerleading squad. She earns a 98 grade point average and is a member of the National Honor Society. Maddie plans to major in physical therapy. Natalie Mullen is a varsity girls swimmer from Canandaigua. She maintains a 96 GPA and actively participates in her school community, including choir. Natalie's volunteer projects include building a home with Restore as a member of her youth group. The Scholar Athlete program recognizes students who achieve both on and off the field. At the end of the season, one winner will be selected to receive a $5,000 scholarship to the school of their choice. We're grateful to Triple O Heating and Cooling for their generous support of the Scholar Athlete program. Appreciative fans here of the Canandaigua Band. Hilton leading here at the half on William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford on CW Rochester.
Own a hybrid or battery charged vehicle, the Gateway electric vehicle charging system is your path to the easiest, most affordable way to travel. It's easy to install in your own garage, good for the environment, and the Gateway app provides you with all the information to get you safely to your destination. Just plug, charge, and you're on your way. Gateway works on all electric cars and trucks, and the Level 2 charger provides superior mileage on every charge. You won't want to use anything else.
Tracy Door Company opens a door to the heart of the home. We're an employee service company and proudly stand by the Tracy name for top quality residential and commercial garage doors. Tracy Door Company installs garage doors to blend seamlessly with your home. We outfit large commercial warehouses to single workspaces and offer professional repair services for your current doors. Call Tracy Door Company today.
For 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
Billy Whitaker's lots are full. He needs to make room, and that means until he sells 200 cars, you're taking the checkered flag. It's the Billy Whitaker 200 sales event. The deals are phenomenal, and the time to buy is now. Cars, trucks, SUVs. When you buy a vehicle, you get to choose from a 4K TV, a brand new Chromebook, or a chance to get into the money machine and win Billy's money. Get the inside track on a great deal at Whitaker Ford, where you're always good to go.
The bold, smooth taste of Bradley Street Coffee. The aroma alone can transport you to your happy place. So why not share the feeling? Give a great good morning or mid-afternoon pick-me-up. It's brewed fresh throughout the day, so it's ready to enjoy when you are. Pick up a multi-pack and share the bold, distinctive taste of Bradley Street Coffee. Fuel yourself and your team. Bradley Street Coffee. Catch the aroma exclusively at Quick Fill.
Welcome back to the chosen spot. That's what Canandaigua means. 26-0, though. It's Hilton coming in, and they've got the lead here at halftime. Great things happening at Canandaigua. With more, we go downstairs to Kevin Rush.
All right, thanks so much, Gene. Here with Caroline Chapman, the Director of Communications and Assistant Athletic Director at Canandaigua. What does it like and mean to this program to be featured on Friday Night Rivals here tonight?
We are really excited to be here. 2 6-1 teams. Obviously, we're hoping for a really strong second half for the Braves, but it's been a really great day. We had the pep rally this morning here at the Academy and a lot of great energy from our students. And then we love everyone being here at Braves Field in Canandaigua. It's a great facility, and I think it's just really fun to have everyone back out after the whole pandemic and to see people out here and enjoying our community.
That's fantastic. It's a great night, a great scene if you haven't been out to Canandaigua. Now, a lot of your teams participating in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. How have your teams embraced this cause?
Yeah, so it's actually a great word that you use, embrace, because most of the funds that we raised went to this cause, Embrace Your Sisters, which is a local agency that supports women with breast cancer and men in Canandaigua and the surrounding community. So our girls soccer team had a pink out game a couple weeks ago. They raised over $5,000, and then our volleyball team and then also our girls swimming and diving team all participated in that. And it's just a great cause. You know, it helps our girls understand, you know, some of the challenges that women face in their life, but also kind of makes things bigger than just the sports that we're playing.
No question. And speaking of sports, obviously sectionals will start this week for football, and then obviously they've already started for some of the other fall sports. But you're looking forward to the winter sports and the unified sports season in conjunction with Special Olympics. Talk a little bit about that relationship and how that works here at Canandaigua.
Great. So we actually have 2 unified sports. We have unified bowling and we have unified basketball. Unified bowling is a fall sport, like kind of between the winter and fall seasons, and then in the spring they have bowling. And essentially there's students of all abilities participate together. It's a very inclusive atmosphere, and if you haven't been to a unified sporting event, I highly recommend it. It's just so positive, and you see kids who maybe have never played a sport or felt that they had that connection to the school community really get out and be able to participate with all, you know, students of all abilities. So we are embracing having both unified basketball and bowling, and we're actually looking to expand it to middle school students to give them that opportunity for inclusive sport participation and get more kids participating in sports, because we ultimately, that's our goal, is to continue to increase participation and have as many kids as possible play sports for the Braves.
Yeah, so many wonderful things going on here in Canandaigua. You're hoping that score can change here in the second half. Caroline shared with me that they've never lost at this facility, which opened up in 2016. We're hoping for your sake you can get it turned around.
Yeah, I hope I needed to knock on some wood before I said that to you today. But we do love this facility. We've had some success here. We won sectionals here when we played in the spring during the pandemic. And, you know, I know Coach Welch is in there giving a very big pep talk to his team. And we've had some great turnarounds in the second half this year. So we're hoping that happens today.
Well, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your hospitality, and thank you so much for joining us here on Friday Night Rivals. Coming up on Friday Night Rivals here on CW Rochester, Mike and Gene will rejoin us with highlights from the first half. You're watching Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester, where Hilton leads Canandaigua 26-0.
Give me just any old cheeseburger, only Bill Grace will do. Yeah. I love the taste and the quality, and the juicy through and through. It's the world's greatest cheeseburger, made fresh for you each day. When you're looking for something good cooking, say gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Grace. A delicious meal with family or friends is a great way to share the day. If you're getting hungry, say gimme, 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 gimme Bill Grace.
Should have called Kangaroo.
Yeah, give us a call. Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Why do you ride?
Why do I ride?
I like doing dangerous things safely.
I ride because I can't imagine not.
I'm kind of a gearhead.
I love being lost. There's no way I'm putting a GPS on my bike.
Knees in the breeze, man. It's like, there's nothing like it.
There's a love for riding that can't be explained unless you ride. And if you're ever injured on a motorcycle, we're ready to help. Hurt on a motorcycle? Call William Mattar, 444-4444.
People change.
We're not the same people we were in high school.
This is a time for coming together. We should throw a party.
I've dreamed about this moment for so long.
Okay. You got a bad feeling about Coach Garrett.
There isn't any other investigative piece that you could write about?
Our relationship is our business.
If we're right, this could decimate the entire football program.
All American, Monday at 8 on CW Rochester.
I think it's fair to say we're surprised by this score.
Well, we knew that these teams were going to, that they're very similar. Both schools, both programs kind of built the same way, strong, tough, physical. I don't think we expected 26-0 by the road team at Canandaigua Academy, Gene.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As we take a look here at the highlights of this first half, and we're focusing on Broadnex, and he had a great first half, certainly. It's going to be Thorpe from 1 yard, the quarterback, this after a turnover. Then Thorpe through the air, and look at this catch by Nicholas Castellano.
Yeah, this is the one that Canandaigua fans might want to question a little bit, but maybe you look, you have an official right there on the spot, and Castellano looks like he held that one through its completion.
Yeah, and for Canandaigua, they missed their assignment here, as it's going to be Thorpe going to the end zone, and capping off a 74-yard drive. And then it's going to be Castellano doing it through the air on the interception, and he'll have a nice return, setting up some good field position for the Cadets. And then back to the ground game, and again, tackling been kind of a problem tonight for Canandaigua. Those extra yards coming from Thorpe, and then Thorpe is going to find Lockhart again, so that's 2 touchdowns on the ground, 2 through the air for Colton Thorpe tonight.
Yeah, Thorpe has been impressive. You know, and Canandaigua's defense just needs to get a little bit more physical, clean it up a little bit. Some sharper tackling.
Take a look at our first half stats on that CA logo here. And to me, the turnovers, that's always a key. But Canandaigua right off the get-go, and then the second one also led to another touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. Those points off turnovers are killers. And those errors by Canandaigua throughout the course of the first half, the biggest thing that they're going to need to clean up here if they want to get back in this game.
Well, how do they get back into the game with more? We said at the cabin.
All right, thanks so much, Gene, here with head coach Jeff Welch. Coach, you didn't really get any rhythm going in that first half offensively. What did they do to kind of slow you guys down?
Well, they're an excellent football team, and we were backed up in our own zone and couldn't get a first down, and obviously gave them a short field a number of times. And when you do that against a good team, it's not going to go well. So hopefully we can do a little better with that in the second half.
You told us this week you've been in games where you've been up, you've been down, you've trailed in the fourth quarter. Things have happened. How do you talk to these guys and get things turned around in the second half?
Yeah, we've been in situations, not quite this situation, but, you know, it's just a matter of you got to put that half behind us and see if we can play a little bit better.
Well, best of luck in the second half. Appreciate the time.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Gene, Mike?
Thanks, as we'll have the second half come your way next here. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford on CW Rochester.
Iron Cairo, helping you perform at the highest level. Teens are in the most physically demanding time of their life. From oversized backpacks to competitive sports, there is a lot of wear on their bodies and little to no solutions available. At Iron Cairo, we work daily with countless families to solve these obstacles that take away from performance in school, sports, and overall quality of life. Iron Cairo is centered around evidence-based treatment that is personalized and proven to increase performance and expedite the healing process. Upgrade your performance and move in the right direction with Iron Cairo today.
Call 000.
000. Service so good, you'll find a reason to call us. Have O install a Mitsubishi ductless unit with 0% financing and thousands in rebates. Trusted in New York as a clean heat contractor. O, your one-stop for HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. Visit OOtoday.com.
After you've been injured at work, you might feel like you're up against your employer.
But the truth is, your employer isn't the opponent, the insurance company is. You need a workers' comp attorney with the knowledge and experience to maximize your benefits.
Call Connors and Ferris today, as we have dedicated over 20 years of our professional careers to helping injured workers.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
If you own a hybrid or battery-charged vehicle, the Gateway electric vehicle charging system is your path to the easiest, most affordable way to travel. It's easy to install in your own garage, good for the environment, and the Gateway app provides you with all the information to get you safely to your destination. Just plug, charge, and you're on your way. Gateway works on all electric cars and trucks, and the Level 2 charger provides superior mileage on every charge. You won't want to use anything else.
Welcome back as we take a look at our Iron Cairo second half adjustments.
Yeah, Hilton needs to keep their foot on the gas offensively. Don't fall asleep defensively. Keep doing what you've been doing. If Canandaigua moves Willoughby around outside of that pocket, gets Crockton more involved offensively, they might actually be able to get back in this game here. It's shocking and staggering to hear what we heard over halftime with Kevin and our guest. They built this field in 2016. They opened it in 2016. They haven't lost. Canandaigua hasn't lost on Braves Field ever.
Yeah, and that was also a sectional championship they had here with the snow flying. Anybody remember that against the East? Had the privilege of calling that game years ago as that return goes to the 31. This summer danger was at a youth baseball game and ended up at Evans Field. They still use it. Evans Field, and I'm telling anybody in Canandaigua knows this, but everybody who's gone through there, they still have that barn that has the sectional championship painted, and it's like you're stepping back into time with Evans Field still being owned by the district. And wow, Evans Field was nice. It brings back good memories, but it's nothing compared to this facility they built here. Beautiful.
And it's a program with a lot of pride. I would expect that we'll see them compete here in the second half. Try and cut away at that 26-0 hole that they've dug themselves into.
As it'll be Hilton. I don't know, they won the toss, and that's another thing working against Canandaigua. They don't get the ball to begin this second half, as that'll go to Broadnax. Gets it up for about a gain of 6 to bring up second down and 4. Dominic Johnson with the tackle there, 65 for the Braves. Going back to the ground. And now a chance for Canandaigua to get off the field as that goes up to the 38 to bring up third down, and we'll call it a long 3. Johnson again, 65 there.
See number 79, Carl Kuhn, slipping back into the huddle there. Looks a little hobbled up. Look at that size of the Hilton offensive line there, the 6'3", 280-pound senior.
Luke Lockhart is going to be the receiver in the slot to the right. Castellana is to the near side. This is third down. The snap and the handoff, and going up the middle, they didn't get it. So let's see if this is the play. Tyler DeRue, 78, and others on the tackle for the Braves. And I would have to think, well, yeah, they're going to send out their punting unit. Fourth down and 1. As they have a very good punter in Ty Lecter.
Canandaigua just needs one play. Thought we had it in the first half. It was called back because of a block in the back. But one play gives them a spark here that they can get back into this game.
Snap off the turf, but there wasn't any rush. And it will take a Hilton roll. It's going to die out at the 32. Well, as Jeff Welch told us, his team has been behind in the fourth quarter. They've been behind the half. They've been in all sorts of different situations. They haven't had a situation like this, but
not quite.
No.
Yeah, I mean, they took care of Irondequoit last Saturday with a 22-6 win. They've faced their adversities this season. This is probably their biggest adversity in any game that they've had this season, being down 26-0 at home against these Hilton Cadets. Kind of a shocking outcome in the first half.
We'll see if they take our suggestion to move Willoughby around here. As Willoughby will be out of the shotgun and going to go right to the ground game, and that's ahead of steam. To the far side, and that's going to be good enough for a Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it as Coleman gets a nice run. About 12 yards on that play.
Yeah, the two players that Rich Lapati told us his defense was going to key on is right there. Coleman being one of them, and of course Tyshee Crockton, who we've talked about throughout the evening. These are the two biggest playmakers on this Braves offense. You see Coleman, the 171-pound sophomore for these Braves.
Willoughby steps, plants, throws. That'll be caught, and then it's on the turf. Nope, it was never pulled in. So they're going to say incomplete. The official is right there. Tyshee Crockton looking for the reception, looking for his fourth tonight.
And Brady Quill playing linebacker there. Part of the, breaking that up there, right on the spot. Good play by the junior linebacker. Playing physical, getting to the ball, breaking it up.
Mulvaney will be in the slot to the right here for the Braves. This is 2nd down and 10. Jermel Coleman once again your running back, and he will get the call. And he has a nice burst of speed as he is going to bring it into Hilton territory, and that pile will move forward. Good enough for the first down. And finally, the play will be blown dead. Good enough for a Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
All right, Canandaigua has something going here on the ground. Getting Coleman more involved, and you can see the great push up front, creating some holes for the run game. Powerful running by Coleman.
That time Quill just being taken along for a ride there. Braves with the ball here in Hilton territory. Haven't said that too much tonight as Coleman with lots of room breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and it's another first down. This time it's inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line, a 14-yard run, and another Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to.
Yeah, for the first time tonight, you got to give it up to the Canandaigua offensive line, creating some space, making some holes. A couple of missed tackles by the Cadet defense. And it was what we talked about as far as a halftime adjustment. If you're Hilton here, don't fall asleep. You've got a commanding lead, and the last thing you want to do is give Canandaigua a proud program here, any kind of momentum in the second half.
Jay Sally with a good key block there for the Braves. He's at left tackle right now as the handoff going inside. And okay, so they're going to move around Crockton to get him some touches here, and that works. Gets it across the 25 and down to the 23 for about a gain of 5.
Yeah, and I mentioned Coons for Hilton when they had the ball on offense. He's also a defensive lineman, obviously, and one of the bigger guys there in the middle of that defensive line for Hilton. But he's not moving around as spry as he was in the first half. He's ailing a little bit here, and it looks like they're taking advantage of it.
Willoughby out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to have to step out of the pocket. He's under pressure. Willoughby across his body. He's going to throw it away. Good pursuit on the backside there. I believe that was Feedy, 18.
Yeah,
charging him down.
Smart play by Willoughby there to make sure that you're not forcing anything. You've got some momentum here with this drive. You don't want to be careless with the football.
Tyler Calabrese is at right tackle. He's going to be going up against Feedy here on 3rd down. Do they keep it on the ground? They do, as Coleman gets the call, and Coleman's going to be belted. Brought right down. Good tackle there by 23, Nick McMahon, calling his name again to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, all three levels of this Hilton defense has played really well tonight. And you're seeing some of the linebacker play here on display on this drive.
This is your play of the game for Canandaigua, as far as I'm concerned. We're only in the third quarter, but you got to get something here. Down 26-0. This is 4th down and 5. Willoughby sending Crockton into motion. Willoughby rolling to his right. RPO stuff, throws on the run. It's going to be caught for the first down and inside the 10 and down to about the 8. That's Mulvaney coming up with the first down. Good for a Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it. We're also inside the I family red zone.
Great job by Willoughby getting out of the pocket, as we have seen him do throughout the course of the evening. A nice separation there by Mulvaney, bringing it in, securing the first down, keeping this drive alive. Canandaigua needs it here. Clock continues to tick as we approach 6.5 left in the third quarter.
The I family of dealerships red zone, although maybe we name it the cherry zone because that's the official school color. Cherry and gray for Canandaigua. It's 1st and goal from the 7, as now Willoughby fires, and that was just a little off target there. He was looking for Mulvaney cutting, and that was in coverage. Once again, been calling Nick Castellana's number a lot tonight.
Yeah, I think you heard footsteps on that one. Tyler Letcher was on a safety blitz for Hilton and was bearing down on Willoughby, who got rid of the ball probably just a hair too early on that one.
Stops the clock with 6.5 remaining here in quarter number 3.
You can see Letcher coming in and letting up, by the way, too. You know, for what it's worth, Letcher could have really stuck Willoughby on that, held up, preventing a unnecessary roughness.
Trying to get to the end zone, but cut down short is going to be Coleman once again. He'll hand the ball to the official. Bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
Canandaigua has something this drive with Coleman, getting him involved more now than we've seen it all in the first half. And then, you know, the 5'10" sophomore running back really making some plays here on this drive for the Braves.
Jude York will be the receiver to the far side. Had a great pass breakup on a 2-point conversion earlier tonight. Willoughby, the offset eye, takes the snap, handing it off and trying to get to the end zone. It's going to be short once again. Coleman got the call, and another 4th down coming up here for the Braves. And you're not taking 3 here.
And Hilton's defense, they know if they stiffen up here and if they prevent them from getting in the end zone, they've got control of the game. They don't want to let them have any hope here. Down 26-0. It's a big play. They call timeout.
Yep. So Jeff Welch calling the timeout for Canandaigua. We will step aside. We're in the third quarter. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, the season finale here from Canandaigua. Hilton leading 26-0.
Our storm basement waterproofing. Our services include foundation wall repair, basement waterproofing, sub pump installation, and sub pump maintenance. We're looking at a whole home solution for people with dealing with moisture problems, basement waterproofing problems that they're having.
When we're done with everything, it's the product that really stands out. Give us a call at 585-622-2717, or better yet, you can even check us out online at stormbasementwaterproofing.com.
Well, during the conclusion of tonight's game, we're going to be selecting the William Mattar Player of the Game. I don't want to kind of have any foreshadowing, but if a certain quarterback runs for 2 touchdowns and throws for another 2, and there should the score stand, but we'll find out officially. William Mattar. Hurt in the car? Call William Mattar. While Canandaigua called the timeout, there is a Hilton player down, and
yeah, that's Coons.
Yeah, it just appears to be maybe a cramping issue, you hope?
Yep, mentioned it earlier. I mean, he was kind of limping around coming out of the halftime break and hasn't quite looked himself so far this second half. You hope it's nothing more than some cramping as he's up to his feet now.
6'3", 280. Will be playing on Saturday somewhere next year.
He's a big boy. A lot of toughness on this Hilton roster. And Coons is the embodiment of that. He's been blocking for Broadneck since his freshman year. And realized when he became a varsity player as a sophomore just how physical the game becomes at this level.
Well, we said this on the last fourth down play for Canandaigua. We'll say it on this fourth down play. The play of the game for the Braves. They need this one. 4th and goal from the 3. Willoughby takes the snap. Rolling right. Throws. In the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown. The Braves are on the board. That's good for American Custom Exteriors and Interiors. Touchdown, the home improvement company that cares. It's Galassi, number 25, with the touchdown.
Great job by Willoughby here, kind of freezing the defense. You don't know if he's going to run or he's going to pass. Gets rid of it, finds his open man, Galassi in the end zone. It's Willoughby getting out of the pocket where he's been dangerous all night tonight. Great throw by Willoughby to Galassi there for the first points of the night for Canandaigua.
The second touchdown of the season for Galassi, and for Willoughby, his 14th touchdown pass of the season. They will not chase points here. Take the one as York, the extra point attempt that has the distance, and that is good. So the Braves are on the board. It's 26-7 on that 4th down play. So 2 4th down conversions here, and the Braves are not going to go away quietly tonight.
No, you didn't expect that they would either. I mean, this, as we keep saying, these are 2 programs with an immense amount of pride, a lot of history. I'm still kind of staggered by the idea that this is potentially the first loss for Canandaigua. They're going to try to do everything they can to prevent that here, getting on the board in the 3rd quarter, 26-7.
Here's our illuminating expression scoring summary, and yeah, 26-0 run for Hilton to start this game. Quarterback Colton Thorpe with a 1-yard touchdown run, has also another touchdown run. Castellana, 9-yard reception. Lockhart with a touchdown reception. So 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown receptions for Colton Thorpe. Illuminating expressions where light comes to life. And we thank their sponsorship and everybody for coming on board on Friday Night Rivals this year. And for the first time tonight, Canandaigua will kick off after a score. Brought to you by Bill Gray's Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. Bill Gray's as Hilton to bring it back. And they'll get it across the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. I know the temptation is run the ball and get out of here if you're Hilton, but if you have players like Feedy and players like Castellana, guys that can create space and get receptions downfield, I wouldn't eliminate throwing the ball here at this point.
No, I don't know that they have to change anything offensively. They've been effectively running the football and passing when they need to pass it. But I would expect that we see a dose of broadnecks here to start this drive, and to see Hilton's offensive line get physical once again. They kind of let up there in that first drive of the second half.
As the handoff will go right up the middle, and that'll be about a gain of 1 on the play. Braden Pike, the fullback, leading the way on that. Tyler DeRue, 78 there for the Braves. Broadnack's the carry. Jonathan Lammers checking back in for the Braves as they rotate players on that defensive line. 2nd down and 9. Keeping it on the ground. And this is exactly what Jeff Welch said to us earlier in the week. Wean on 1st and 2nd down to set up 3rd and long. This will be 3rd and a long 8.
Yeah, sticking to their game plan here, and this is what's going to keep them in this game. If you're Hilton, you need more than a yard on 1st and 2nd down. And you've been able to make plays throughout the course of this game. Let's see if they've got one dialed up here for 3rd and long.
Castellana will be the receiver to the near side. 3rd and long is Thorpe rolling to his right. He's under pressure. Thorpe breaks a tackle. He'll go down. We'll call that a sack officially. And it's a 3 and out. Coming up with a Tyler DeRue, bringing him down for a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, nice pursuit on that play as well by Del Forte, Lucas Del Forte, number 17. You see him on the him around the football there, and big number 78.
Tyler DeRue coming up with that.
6'5", 250-pound junior. Be ready to go next year as well.
Now you hear the crowd. Things are turning a little bit here as this is going to be a punt that is not going to get to midfield. They'll roll out at the 47-yard line. That's 18 yards on that punt for Hilton. Canandaigua coming to bat as it's Hilton leading here 26-7. We're in the third on Friday Night Rivals. William Attar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
Four Winds Chimney is a full-service chimney and fireplace company. We cover everything top to bottom, inside and out when it comes to the chimney and fireplace system. Services that we offer include chimney sweeps and inspections, all types of safety inspections, chimney rebuilding, chimney repair, custom cap installation, gas fireplace and wood stove installation as well. Our phone number is 585-727-1174, or our website is fourwindschimney.com.
Do we sense a change here in the tide, Mike Danger?
Canandaigua has all the momentum right now in a short field. 6 here cuts the lead in half. It was 26-0 at halftime. Could be 26-13 at minimum.
Willamy finding Crockton, and this time Hilton knew the ball. The play was coming there. Who do you want to call on the tackle for that? Gosh, it could be anybody. That time I'll say number 16, Brady Quill, but you had others in there, including Robert Lauer.
And the entire right side of the Hilton defense in on the tackle. Yeah, they haven't lost their focus on trying to contain Crockton. But you had something that last drive with getting Tramel Coleman more involved in the run game.
Good reaction by Robert Lowry to come up and make the tackle, and that is actually going to go for a loss on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 11. Willamy handing it off. Coleman trying to spin away from a tackle, but Coleman doing a great job. And again, that's 23 on the tackle. Nick McMahon again bringing up 3rd and long. No gain on the play.
Yeah, good job by the Hilton defensive line, eating up some of those blocks, freeing up their linebackers to get into the get into the backfield to prevent any kind of gain for Canandaigua. Big play right here, big play call. 3rd and 11. Let's see what head coach Jeff Welsh has dialed up.
Mason Lloyd is the receiver to the top of your screen on 3rd down and 11. And Lloyd will go into motion. He turns it upfield. Willamy with time. Willamy fires over the middle, and it's broken up too early. They're going to get the pass interference call. The hit coming early there. Nick Castellana, number 17.
Boy, I don't know. That looked pretty bang-bang to me. At first, I thought they might get him for a defenseless player, but that maybe he was a step early on that one, Gene. Let's see what they decide here. It's a big call.
Third. So this was 3rd and 11.
Okay. There are 2 fouls on the play. Pass interference on the defense. That's 15 yards from the previous spot. That results in a 1st down. Sideline interference on the defense. That's another 15. It's going to be 1st down.
Wow. Well, Rich Lapani is furious on the far side.
You want to know how Canandaigua gets back into this game? You can see the replay there. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Well, from that angle, you don't know if the arm is coming over the top.
Pretty bang-bang. I mean, he looked like he got there simultaneously with the ball. That's a tough break for this Hilton defense. And I understand Lapani's frustration on that one. But now, 30-yard change of field over 2 penalties. No time coming off the clock. And Canandaigua was back in business once again here in the second half.
Well, maybe that's the universe evening itself out, because remember, Castellana had that 9-yard touchdown reception, which may have touched the turf earlier. As the handoff going inside, Coleman to the end zone, touchdown, and Canandaigua is right back into this. Touchdown, touchdown, Canandaigua. That's number 28, Tramel Coleman. And that's good for another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
What a swing in this third quarter, Gene. We just watched Canandaigua cut Hilton's lead in half. And Coleman has been the guy in the second half. They've gotten him involved in the run game. And in the second half, it's been Canandaigua that's been the more physical unit on the field over Hilton.
Just a striking difference here in this third quarter. The extra point attempt by York is up, and it is good. And it's now only a 12-point game with 1:10 remaining. We'll keep it right here.
If you're Canandaigua, I mean, you have a lot of pride. You've won every game that you've ever played on this field. You're defending your dirt. We should have known that they weren't going to go up quietly in that 26-0 at the half. An imposing mountain to climb. But slowly but surely here, Gene, we've seen the momentum shift. Canandaigua right back in it now. And it's only a 12-point lead for the Cadets.
30 yards on that sequence, too. The 15 yards for the PI, and then the sideline interference.
That's a gift. I mean, with no time off the clock, that's a gift. Well, Hilton needs to respond. You know, if they want to walk out of here with the win, now is the time for them to, you know, respond and play closer to how they were playing in the first half.
It'll be Willamy to kick this one away. Lowry is one of the two returners deep back here for the Cadets. And it's another Bill Gray's kickoff. Gimme, 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 Bill Gray's, as that's going to be taken by an up man. That's a 35 and up to about the 33-yard line. On the far side for Hilton, that's John DiBattisto. Up to the 33.
This Canandaigua crowd came to life here in the second half. The third quarter means everything. They've woken up. The team has woken up. They're not going to go away quietly tonight.
Luca Lockhart will be the flanker to the near side on this 1st and 10, I formation. Broadnecks. Nope, that's not going to be Broadnecks, and that's going to be good enough for the first down. That's number 12. Lowry, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He'll be brought down at the 5. Wow. Robert Lowry. Big time gain there. We'll call that a gain of 57. Good enough for a Lakeside Roofing and Contracting first down. The home of Kangaroo if we opt to.
Boy, Hilton's been able to do this all night with missed tackles by the Canandaigua defense and then the speed by Lowry. And the only guy able to catch up to him is Crockton there, number 2 for Canandaigua with the touchdown-saving tackle. And now once again, Hilton back in the red zone.
Back inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone as well, as we see that great speed there by Robert Lowry. What a time to call that as we're nearing the end of the third quarter. The handoff going, Broadnecks, and he is not going to go in. He'll get down to about the 2, but Hilton can take it to the quarter if they want to, and I think that's what they're going to do here. It'll be a 2nd and goal when we come back. Just make sure here. Final seconds ticking down, and Rich Lapani and his Hilton Cadets gotta figure out a way how to close this one out as Canandaigua fighting back into this one. 26-14 as we head to the 4th. It's William Attar's Friday Night Rivals presented by Billy Whitaker Ford on CW Rochester.
Welcome to the Burger 500. The world's greatest cheeseburger is off like a shot. He's stupendous. He's amazing. He's simply the world's greatest cheeseburger. It's the final lap. Nothing can stop him now. Oh no, Crazy Burger's blocking the lane. Holy cow. Bill Graves really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
As if you don't already have enough on your mind, I'm sure you don't want to worry about the stress of car shopping. That's why at Ide Honda, we don't lure you in with a misleading low payment, only to disappoint you with bad news when you get here and have you find out that there's thousands of dollars hidden down in the fine print. At Ide Honda, we're upfront right from the start, so your car buying process can be easy, honest, and even fun. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, come visit us at Ide Honda. We'd love to earn your business.
Triple O. Service so good, you'll find a reason to call us. Your one stop for HVAC, plumbing, and electrical.
I haven't decided if I'm going to transfer yet.
You have 48 hours to decide. I don't think my coaches think I'm good enough.
What do you think?
You will never beat me, and you'll never beat me. Let's go.
Eat or be eaten.
I'm coming for y'all next.
We can't let anyone or anything get in our way. I made my decision.
All-American Homecoming.
Monday at 9 on CW Rochester.
26-14, Hilton leading here in the fourth to begin the fourth. Third member of broadcast team, Kevin Roche. Kevin.
All right, Gene, thanks so much. You know, each week we get the opportunity to have a production call with both team coaches and captains. And this week we were talking with Canandaigua, and number 64 for the Braves is lineman Justice Simpson. He shared with us that he wants to go into sports broadcasting. He's looking at schools like St. Lawrence, Brockport, and BYU. And we're joined by his father here on the sideline, the supervisor here in the town of Canandaigua, also a school teacher in the district, Jared Simpson. You went to BYU back in the days. In 1989, you played JV football for them. Got a chance to experience playing with Ty Detmer a little bit too, didn't you? The 1990 Heisman Trophy winner.
I did. My first year out there was the year that he won the starting spot, and amazing experience, amazing athlete. He's about like that big, you know, not much bigger than a glass of water, but his leadership skills were amazing. You could see that he had it from day one, you know, going out there. He was definitely a leader on the field.
What do you think about the opportunity? Your daughter is out there now at BYU. Your wife and you went to BYU. To have your son possibly follow in your footsteps, what would that mean to the family?
Oh, that would be fantastic. He's excited about going. We toured this summer. We kicked around football practice for a day and saw the way that it was run out there. And, you know, it would be a dream come true for him and for us to have them both out there and have them give them the chance to experience that.
And finally, senior night, obviously the scoreboard, not the way you would like it right now, but an emotional night for all the families involved. What did it mean to be out there before the game with your son?
Well, we held it together the best we could. My wife held it together the best she could. It's hard to believe it was here so fast. He was just about that big as a water boy out here, and I was coaching years ago. Seeing him out there wearing the same number that I wore, playing for Canandaigua like I did, it's a surreal experience. It brings it all full circle, and I love it.
Oh, hopefully the score
here. Hopefully we can punch a couple in and bring it back.
Well, best of luck to your son, Justice. Best of luck to your family. We appreciate your time here tonight.
Thanks, Kevin. All right, take care. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jared Simpson, with us on Friday Night Rivals. Gene, Mike.
Yeah, what a great story. Thank you, Kevin, as it's now Hilton trying to go back up by 3 scores as Broadnax to the end zone. No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown. Touchdown, Hilton Cadets. That's going to be number 20. Jeffrey Broadnax with the touchdown, his first tonight. That's good for another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
Didn't have to do much on this one, just kind of plow forward and fall forward over the goal line. And once again, now Hilton getting on the scoreboard here early in the fourth quarter to extend their lead and kind of kill some of that momentum.
And now Hilton, as they have done all night, they're going to go for 2. This to try to make it a 20-point game.
Boy, how big was that Lowry play? That Lowry run right before the end of the third quarter.
Play action, the throw to the end zone. That's a 2-point conversion. And that'll be Lockhart. So Lockhart has a touchdown tonight. He also gets the 2-point conversion here. And now Canandaigua is down by 3 scores. We get the official timeout on the field. It's William Attar's Friday Night Rivals as Hilton leading by 20 here on CW Rochester.
Billy Whitaker's lots are full. He needs to make room, and that means until he sells 200 cars, you're taking the checkered flag. It's the Billy Whitaker 200 sales event. The deals are phenomenal, and the time to buy is now. Cars, trucks, SUV. When you buy a vehicle, you get to choose from a 4K TV, a brand new Chromebook, or a chance to get into the money machine and win Billy's money. Get the inside track on a great deal at Whitaker Ford, where you're always good to go.
Well, that was pretty big there because Canandaigua obviously getting into it in the third quarter with the 2 touchdowns, but then Hilton getting the touchdown and the 2-point conversion and giving themselves a little breathing room. Thanks. And it's only fair that Jeffrey Broadnax gets his turn in the end zone. Illuminating expressions where light comes to life.
We see number 22 there on the sideline as well. That's Amir Esafati, who we had the chance to talk to earlier this week. It's like he got dinged up there, and boy, that's a guy that that Hilton has relied on throughout the course of this season. But yeah, Broadnax getting into the end zone, and now with a 3-score lead and 11:53 left, time becomes the enemy of this Canandaigua Braves team. And let's see what they're able to do here with the ball back in their hands.
They've done a great job of keeping it away from Crockton, as they do once again, as I believe this is Galassi on the far side bringing it back. Nope, it is going to be actually, I'm sorry.
Windover.
Yeah. Nope, number 23, Keegan Jackson with the return. So Keegan Jackson giving Canandaigua, but now you got to go vertical. Now you can't really waste any time. You need big plays here for the Braves.
Well, we know the kind of arm that Willemie has, and we know that he can get the ball downfield to his playmaker here. If you're looking for Ty Sheed downfield, Crockton downfield, you can erase his deficit fairly quickly.
Coleman is the running back. Trips left on this 1st and 10 play at their own 38. And it will be kept on the ground. And that's going to be Connor Belanca breaking through to help break up that play, number 88. So he'll come off the bottom of that pile. Really just focusing on this part of the field here for Belanca. He'll come in as an extra tight end. 2nd down and 11. Willemie fires, and it's off the hands. Perhaps trying to turn it upfield too soon. There was Crockton.
And I don't know if Brady Quill got his hand on that as well. They're a good play out of the linebacking core this evening from Hilton. And Quill was in that passing lane. At minimum, could have distorted the view there of Crockton.
And now for Hilton, they can get off the field here. 3rd down and 11. Two receivers each side, one to the left, one to the right, as Olveni will go into motion. Willemie doesn't like what's ahead of him, and now he's just going to throw it into the ground. And if you're Jeff Welch, do you keep the offense out? Nope. Still thinking that you got to get 3 possessions here at some point, and now the punting unit will come out, and Willemie will stay out there to kick this one away.
Yeah, I mean, 4th and that long, and you're that deep in your own territory. I don't know if you can really blame him here, but you need a play. You need a turnover. You need something big, and Hilton's defense up to task on that drive, sniffing out that screen attempt on 3rd down, forcing the punt.
So Canandaigua, which had a really nice 3rd quarter, as Willemie keeping the nose of the football down, and that does take a Hilton bounce. In the end, that only goes for 18 yards to the Hilton 45-yard line. Closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by the wonderful group at Four Winds Chimney. Four Winds Chimney, built to stand the test of time. Yeah, it's going to be that season before you know it here. And again, we've had some really nice Friday evenings here on Friday Night Rivals. One Saturday afternoon game we did in McQuaid. That was nice weather as well. 1st and 10 at the 45 is now going back to Broadnax, and he is going to protect that football. Only a gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, he's got to be aware that Canandaigua is going to be coming at him with everything they can to try and strip that ball free. The referee making sure everybody in the stadium knew he was down by contact, but they're going to come after him.
That was Justice Simpson, number 64, and a great interview by Kevin talking to his dad. And there are few things in life that are 100% true for all of us, but what his dad said is absolutely true. It goes by quick, so quick, if you're a parent. Handoff going up the middle, only a gain of 1. Hilton's going to keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving. They're up by 20.
They call him Juice. Saw the sign his family was holding up at senior night here at Braves Field. You know Juice. Juice is he's a good man. He's a good young man.
Third down and 5. Right on that Canandaigua Academy logo there, the Go Braves 64 sign, and the Braves get the stop. And that's going to be Galassi, 25 at the bottom of that pile, and Trey Camella, number 31.
And Galassi a little gimpy on that one as well, coming up off of that pile. But boy, these kids are playing a physical game tonight, aren't they? And you see a handful of players on both sides of the ball just kind of limping around and trying to get through it. But, you know, not a great drive there for Hilton, but worse things now than being able to pin Canandaigua back with them needing 3 scores in order to complete the comeback here with 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, it took a couple minutes off the clock, and you've got a good punter in Lecter. And we get movement. What do we have? If it's on Canandaigua, that's a first down.
Yeah, I think Canandaigua jumped, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow. Jeff Welch, he knows it too. Head coach.
Good ball. Full start. On the offense. It's 5 yards.
All right.
Still 4th down.
It's a big play.
Wow, I thought Welch's reaction, he put his hands on his head there.
Yeah, I mean, it looked as if, maybe we can get a replay of it, but it looked as if Canandaigua got into the neutral zone. Let's see if we see some movement there on the offensive line. I don't know. I don't know.
Break for the Braves as, oh, it's like they're getting a moonshot again, and this is going to roll inside the 10, inside the 5. Yeah, it goes into the end zone, but does flip the field position with 8:46 remaining, and Canandaigua's got to make every possession count now. 3 possessions they're going to need. Here's the first of 3.
2 timeouts. You have a quarterback who can get the ball downfield. You have some dynamic playmakers offensively. Hilton's defense has been up to task most of tonight. They'd like that 3rd quarterback, I'm sure, but
Willamie, play action rolling to his right, wants a man on the near side. It's going to be caught at the 40. It's going to be Galassi. Galassi, a lot of east-west running. He'll be tripped up at the 41. That's going to be Lowry coming up to make the tackle, but that goes for 21 yards on the play. That played good for a Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr. You get a whole lot more from the Tracy family.
We've seen Willamie dangerous all night, and when he's out of the pocket and rolling to his right, rolling to his left, Galassi, you know, putting his arm up there. Yeah, I'm open. He got him. And big play for Canandaigua here for the first down.
Braves back up the line of scrimmage. Quick pass. Olvani can't pull it in. Would have been a tough catch going into Hilton territory to bring up 2nd down and 10, and Olvani tapping his own shoulder, thinking he should have come up with that.
He's had a couple of those tonight where he tapped his shoulder. One in the first half that would have resulted in a big play. But these guys, I mean, what great teammates. They understand, like, look, we're going to do this together. It's not one guy's fault. but he probably heard some footsteps there as he was trying to haul that one in.
Going to go empty set here. First time tonight we've seen Canandaigua do this. Galassi going into motion. Little spin move by Willoughby. He's running for his life here, trying to set something up. Willoughby sidesteps a man, throws near side. Oh, Galassi at the last second was breaking to the sideline. The pass goes out of bounds.
Yeah, pursuit on that play by Carl Coons. Once again, the Hilton defense, and he's limping back to the line of scrimmage. Trotting back now, the big senior for Hilton. Just getting his hands up, trying to tip the ball. It didn't really, apply the pressure, just trying to be that space eater in the passing lane. You can see 79, a little bit of a hold there. Yeah, good sportsmanship there as you see the big block. And then at the end of the play, let's get that big man a hand.
Yeah, Coons.
Good sportsmanship.
That's great. Should mention they're going into the wind here. And do we have a timeout? We do. So Jeff Welch will use his second timeout on a 3rd and 10. We want to thank all of our sponsors, including Homewood Suites in Henrietta, right on Highland Drive, 334-9150. They've got the indoor pool, fitness center, everything. So if you're in need of getting some out-of-town guests here with the holidays approaching, may we suggest Homewood Suites?
I'm in need of the indoor pool. Can I just spend some time there? I'd like the indoor pool if possible, just knowing that what we have ahead of us here. Once we get through this glorious part of the season where you drive into Braves Field and you see all the foliage and it's gorgeous, but we know what's ahead. Give me that indoor pool, for the winter months. I'll take that.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody from Canandaigua, the hospitality having us down here. It's almost like you're on vacation when you come down to the Finger Lakes here.
And by the way, Gene, this is a bittersweet night. I mean, this is week 8, section 5. The regular season concludes after this game. This has been an absolute treat. We've seen some amazing athletes, some impressive young men on the field, week in, week out, really competitive games. Tonight, no different.
Yeah, Schrader, we saw that Class D game we did between Alvin and Cal Mum was a lot of fun. Willoughby, pump fake. Willoughby going long into double coverage for Galassi. It's intercepted. Far side, that's going to be Castellana. Castellana, his second pick tonight. And with 7:54 remaining, Hilton in command. Willoughby taking a shot downfield.
Yeah, you're just testing fate when you're throwing it towards Castellana. He's got this amazing size at 6'2". You're throwing him in double coverage, and he's just back there ready to make that play.
Have yourself a night tonight, number 17, Nick Castellana. Touchdown and 2 interceptions.
How good is that defense, though, Gene? He kept everything in front of him the entirety of that play. And when it came his way, he closed it out. 2 picks on the night for Nick Castellana.
What I like about that, if you're a young football player, high point the ball. That's what they call it. Like, don't let the ball come down into your breadbasket. Go up there and get it.
He's done it a couple of times tonight. Real impressive night. 2 big picks on defense. The touchdown reception on offense. Hilton in control.
And now Hilton going with a power formation, 2 tight ends and the fullback. And it's going to be Broadnack's time. As he'll go for about a gain of 1. And Canandaigua only with a 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, the mission here is eat as much clock as we can. Stay healthy, knowing that sectionals get underway next week.
Now, for Canandaigua, they know they're the 2nd seed.
Yeah.
And so, really, tonight's result doesn't change much. Just kind of a reminder that sectionals is going to be tough every game for every team.
And I think both coaches know and told us as much this week that this game for both teams was a good measuring stick game heading into sectionals.
And Webster Schrader running the table with their high-powered offense. The handoff going between the tackles, Broadnacks, and he'll get across the 45 and up to about the 42 for a gain of 4. DeRue on the tackle once again to bring up 3rd down and 5. Look at, they're milking every second they can off the clock here. And why not? They're up by 20. As the extra tight end coming into the game, that's Connor Belanca. Handoff going right between the tackles and then diving forward. Broadnax, I don't think he got it. Now, they're going to mark him about a yard shy. And Rich Lapani is yet to send out his punting unit. As this brings us past the midway point of the fourth.
I was going to say, I think he's just going to take his time, make the decision when he feels like he needs to make the decision, or eat as much time as he can here before calling timeout.
Wow, he's going to call the timeout with 1 second remaining. That's, you can almost feel there he is talking to the official on the side.
Do you have any relatives like Rich Lapani who like to talk with their hands?
He is
not a demonstrative talker.
Rich is worth the price of admission. He is a Hilton treasure. And yes, that's exactly going to be the plan here, as Hilton will use their last timeout. And how far will this Hilton team get in sectionals, Mike Danger? It's a whole new game for Hilton dropping down to Class A. And the way this works this year, for folks who aren't familiar, A1, A2, the winner of those normally would have to play each other, and then that winner would go to the states. Not true this year. This is the year Section 5 gets the extra team going to state. So you win A1, you win A2, you're off to state.
I have a feeling Hilton wants to avenge that Week 1 loss against Schrader, and these two teams are headed on a collision course for that Section 5 final, and boy, that'll be a matchup. I think Hilton has probably grown a lot since that Week 1 loss, and they've handled their business this season. I got to tell you, Gene, coming into this game, we thought it would be closer than this. And this isn't a knock on Canandaigua. They're a very, very good football team. I'm just impressed by how good Hilton is. And I don't want to, I don't think you can stress enough, 21 seniors on this squad. I mean, they're an experienced team. They've been playing together a long time. And you just saw less mental errors out of the Cadets tonight than you saw out of Canandaigua.
York is going to back away from this, and now Hilton can actually down this, rolling, and it's down at the 4. How about that? Charles Streb getting downfield there for the Cadets. Take one final break here as we are in the 4th. Hilton is rolling. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
A few motorcycle friends. Why do you ride?
You can just shout out to the world and nobody can hear you.
I love going out for miles and miles, hours and hours by myself.
It's a thrill that you are constantly chasing.
It's a way to get free.
I love the twisty roads.
It's not about the destination, it's about the ride, right?
Folks that ride should know. At William Mattar, we understand you. And if you're ever injured on a motorcycle, we're ready to help. Call 444-4444.
I imagine head coach Michael Stumpf from Webster Schrader kind of watching this, and everybody else from Section 5 doing a little bit of scouting here. And certainly Hilton is showing everybody that they are contenders. We will have, at the conclusion of our game tonight, we'll do our player of the game right now, actually. And I think, who are we going to give it to, gentlemen? Yeah, I think so.
Colton Thorpe, quite the evening. 2 touchdown passes through the air, 2 touchdowns on the ground, tough running, yards after contact, shedding tacklers, showing off the speed, showing off the arm. What an impressive night. 4 touchdowns for our player of the game.
Hilton Cadets, Carl William Mattar, Colton Thorpe getting it done along with his teammates, and I'm sure he would thank his offensive line for giving him that time tonight. And for Thorpe, he is just going to kind of sit this one out here while the defense trying to get something going. And while this is actually Canandaigua getting something going from the shadow of their own end zone, from their own 5, that'll be about a gain of 16 going for Coleman, and that's good for Tracy Door Company first down. Get a Tracy Door, you get a whole lot more from the Tracy family.
Coleman having himself a nice second half. He's been the offense this second half. Really impressed by his game on the ground here.
Oh, and he breaks a tackle, an arm tackle, and he will get it ahead. Across the 35 and up to the 34 for a gain of 12. And another Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, you get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. Keeping those chains moving. But the clock is moving too. 34-14 if you're just tuning in. Our halftime score was 26-0 Hilton. Canandaigua scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. Hilton then answering with a touchdown of their own in the fourth. As on 3 plays, we've got 3 first downs. This one by the pass, and that goes to Galassi on the far side for a gain of 13.
Willemy's so dangerous when he evades that pocket. It's accurate throw, Galassi, and let you there to prevent a further gain.
Another Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, you get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. And this is the Olvaney, and Olvaney gets belted out of bounds. How about that? 4 plays, 4 first downs. This goes to the 41.
Yeah, more of the same. Rolling out, finding your guy downfield. Accurate pass, first down. And the Canandaigua faithful, they're not giving up. They're still here. They're still supporting. They're still loud. And they've got something going here with 4 minutes left in the game.
Drew Willemy getting this offense going. This drive started at their own 5. We get movement, a whistle beforehand. And it'll be the last timeout tonight used by Canandaigua. So they're out of timeouts after this point. Yeah, stick around after the game. Kevin Roche will be talking to the winning coach, the winning team, and we will have one last trophy presentation of the Friday night rivals. You know, there's been a lot of great players tonight, including Nicholas Castellano.
Saw the extension there for the touchdown reception. Just perfectly placed and a great job hauling that in. See multiple angles of it there. And then defensively, he's been a force as well. 2 interceptions, high pointing the ball on both of them, keeping the defense or keeping the offense in front of him. Just textbook fundamental play in the secondary for this Hilton Cadets defense. 2 picks, the touchdown, big night for Castellanos.
Ball is at the 41 as Castellano will be patrolling the safety position once again. And going into motion and throwing it near side, and that'll be number 2. Getting the first down inside the 25 and down to the 23. And good for another Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, you get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. Taishi Crockton first down, Canandaigua.
Boy, he is something when he gets into the open space. Great speed by Crockton on that play. Another first down.
Yeah, 5 plays, 5 first downs. And this will break the string as the handoff going to Coleman for short yardage. And Brady Quill's having a nice night, number 16. Only a gain of 1 on the play. That keeps the clock moving. Down to 3:20 remaining. The snap rolling left. Willemy fires, and it's caught. And inside the 10. And getting it down, that's going to be number 3. Second catch tonight for Jaden, or second target, first catch for Jaden Winkler.
Big hit at the end of the play, too, driving Winkler into the ground as they continue to go hurry up.
Another Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. Also back inside the Ide family of dealerships. Red zone. And that caps off the 95-yard touchdown drive. Taishi Crockton with his 11th touchdown of the season. And we have an injured Hilton player on the backside, so celebration a little muted here. 34-20 is our score.
Yeah, Willemy once again rolling to his right where he's been so dangerous tonight offensively. Finding Crockton his favorite target this season, wide open.
Yeah, like here I am.
Well, you don't like to see that.
Yeah, you're hoping that's just a cramp here.
Yeah.
Well, with the injury timeout, we'll take a break here on Friday Night Rivals.
Should have called Kangaroo.
Yeah, give us a call. Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Tracy Door Company opens a door to the heart of the home. We're an employee service company and proudly stand by the Tracy name for top quality residential and commercial garage doors. Tracy Door Company installs garage doors to blend seamlessly with your home. We outfit large commercial warehouses to single workspaces and offer professional repair services for your current doors. Call Tracy Door Company today.
For 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
Jake McMahon was the injured Hilton player, and he was able to get off and hobble off the field, so that's a good sign. But you know, they're going to work on him a little bit more as the extra point attempt coming up. York to try to make this a 13-point game. Snap gets placed, and it's blocked. Just that little timing is... It is blocked. We'll see who got that block, and it keeps it a 2-touchdown game. 34-20 is their score.
All 3 phases tonight for Hilton. You saw it in special teams here with the block on the extra point attempt. And, of course, they've done a great job on kickoffs tonight as well, keeping it out of the hands.
That's Quill. We were just talking about how he's having a great night. Number 16, Brady Quill with the blocked PAT.
Yeah, he's been great defensively, playing linebacker for this cadet defense. But, yeah, if special teams were concerned coming in, Hilton special teams have performed tonight. And they've been strategic and smart. And physical. Big play right there. So keep the lead at 14.
Here comes the last chance for Canandaigua. Some sort of onside kick coming up here, and with Canandaigua out of timeouts. Again, hard to believe. First loss at home since this new stadium opened back in 2016.
Stunning.
Yeah.
But a testament to how good this program has been year in and year out. How consistent they are.
It'll be Willamie. Let's see how good his onside kick abilities are. Squibbing it. Bounces high, and you can hear everybody say, oh, in the stadium, but it does take a big Sunday bounce up to number 18, Feedy, with the recovery. Nick Feedy, the tight end, sure-handed, had a nice reception early on. And now for Hilton, I'll do the math here. What, maybe 1 first down? That should be able to do it tonight.
I just thought it was entertaining to listen to everybody hold their breath all at once because it was close. But yeah, Feedy with the sure hands there to secure the onside kick and give Hilton possession.
And Hilton will call timeout. That actually went off the face mask of Broadnax there.
Yeah.
That is so on review.
Hilton will take a timeout.
So Rich Lapani will talk it over with his team.
Yeah, kind of reset, let them know what they need to do here. With under 3 minutes to go and a 14-point lead, you want to secure this victory. You can't be aware that they're going to be coming after the ball with everything they have. Protect the football at all costs.
Yep, so we'll expect to see a lot of Mr. Broadnax here, I would figure, coming up. The Canandaigua team, and boy, a lot of these players are on that sectional lacrosse championship team, getting the win over Victor, including Willamie.
Yeah, what an experience. It's an experience that prepares them for this football season. And Willamie is going to be impressive. Sophomore, we forget.
Yeah. Run blitz coming for Canandaigua. Broadnax lowering his shoulder. York coming up to make the tackle. There was also Galasi there, but Canandaigua cannot stop the clock. That's a gain of 3. So Hilton has 1 timeout remaining.
They will milk this clock for everything that it has.
We do have a play clock here, which makes it easy for the quarterback to see here. As we're down to 8 seconds remaining on that. 5 on the play clock. The snap. Broadnax getting met in the backfield, keeping those legs moving.
I'm just going to say, of course we have a play clock here. This facility in Canandaigua is remarkable.
Lucas Del Forte, number 17, breaking up that play, but this is the problem now, is there's still a good 25 seconds remaining on that play clock.
I think this might be the first play clock that we've seen this Section 5 season, is it not?
I want to say we had the one downtown prep game.
Yep.
So,
okay.
Yep.
The old soccer stadium.
And now Rich Lapani will use his last timeout. And that'll be, if Hilton does this, a long ride, but a fun ride back to, what do we have, 15 minutes maybe between these two schools, I'd say.
You're looking at close to an hour for Hilton. Sure.
Unless you're Kevin Roche, who somehow goes north to the lake and then out to Buffalo.
Oh,
and
see,
somehow he gets lost going
I don't know.
uphill.
I mean, I'm a West Sider. You're a West Sider, Gene. I don't know. Do we allow Kevin on our side of town? Does he have to take a test or something?
He got his passport. He's
okay.
All right. 3rd down and 7.
I know how jealous he is of our West Side lifestyle.
I think he's humoring us with that laugh.
Yeah.
So.
We'll ask him if he can point out Hilton on a map of Rochester.
The last time we went there last year was Hilton Aquinas and going like, oh, I went up to the parkway. Like, what? Why? Oh, Kevin, we love you. 1:22 remaining. If Hilton gets this, then they can kneel down. Broadnax, he's got room left side, lowering the shoulder. He's got it. And Hilton will win the game. A gain of 10. It's only fitting they do it themselves here. Jeffrey Broadnax, that's a Tracy Dorr Company first down. Get a Tracy Dorr, you get a whole lot more from the Tracy family. And for Hilton, they want a whole lot more as we're heading to sectionals.
Boy, I tell you what, it would be anything short of a sectional final appearance for Hilton would be a massive disappointment. The way they look tonight against this Canandaigua Braves team, and the way they've looked all season, really, since dropping that first loss week 1 against Webster. Very impressive outing tonight and all season by this Hilton Cadet squad.
Del Forte that time trying to just rake the ball away, could not. And just a quick kneel by Colton Thorpe, our player of the game, presented by William Attar. 2 touchdowns rushing, 2 touchdowns in the air. Broadnax with the other touchdown on the ground. And yeah, with the differential between the game clock and the play clock, you realize the game's over. That was it. Hilton, 7 straight wins. They finished the regular season with a 7-1 record, and they are your victors here on William Attar's Friday Night Rivals.
The first ever loss for Canandaigua Academy at Braves Field. Remarkable. And the facility opened in 2016. It's a big win on the road for Hilton and for Canandaigua. They got a week to lick their wounds and get ready for sections.
We'll have the trophy presentation coming your way next here. It's William Attar's Friday Night Rivals presented by Billy Whitaker Ford, 34-20. Hilton takes this one on CW Rochester.
Cairo, helping you perform at the highest level. Teens are in the most physically demanding time of their life. From oversized backpacks to competitive sports, there is a lot of wear on their bodies and little to no solutions available. At Iron Cairo, we work daily with countless families to solve these obstacles that take away from performance in school, sports, and overall quality of life. Iron Cairo is centered around evidence-based treatment that is personalized and proven to increase performance and expedite the healing process. Upgrade your performance and move in the right direction with Iron Cairo today.
Love can definitely heal if you let it.
I think our love song is up to us to create.
We're so different, but in the end, we're all humans.
Choosing to lead with love, regardless of how other people treat you.
Just giving love back.
Encouraging people to come from a place of love and not fear.
Love.
Love. Love. Love.
Love. I think we could all use a lot more of it.
Solid win for Hilton coming out to Canandaigua, winning by 2 touchdowns. And standing by with head coach Rich Lapani is Kevin Roche.
All right, thanks so much, Gene, here with the victorious Cadets. You know, you're the first team to come into this place since it was built in 2016 and win. What does that mean to this program?
It just means it was a hell of a football game. Our kids played unbelievable. We knew Canandaigua was an excellent team, and then they were going to come out in the second half and really make a run at us. And we scored a big touchdown there and a couple stops, and it was outstanding. Great play on the recovery of the onside kick by Nick, and what's his name? Brodnick's tried to tip it to the other team, and we got one there. But great effort by our guys tonight.
You wanted to minimize the big plays by them, and your defense did that here tonight, didn't they?
We came with a good game plan. Our coach Towner had a great game plan. We shut down a lot of the big plays, held 2 down a little bit, and that was part of our plan. So, and then made some big plays with our quarterback and great throws.
New to Class A this year, you've beaten some good teams. It's very top-heavy in A1 and A2. You've beaten Brighton, you've beaten Canandaigua now, and you gave Webster Schrader your best effort in Week 1. What does that do for your confidence going into sectionals?
We're ready to play. You know, we hadn't gotten better every game this year. You know, we're just a AA team down in Class A, so we're ready to roll when the playoffs start and get things going.
Well, for the second straight year, you're the Week 8 winner of the William Mattar Friday Night Rivals Trophy. Congratulations to you and the Hilton Cadets, victorious here at Canandaigua. Guys.
That's it. Yep, fantastic. What a way to end the season here. Our season, of course, Hilton is going on to the sectionals. They come down. Mike Danger, get your final thoughts here as we're going to sectionals, and what a great year this was here on Friday Night Rivals.
It was just a privilege to be able to be here with you every Friday night and watch some really amazing football here in Section 5 as well. Impressive young men week in, week out, great performances on the field, and a lot of talented players that we know we'll see at the next level, and we'll see again next year as they continue to grow and develop. It's a joy and a privilege to be able to do Friday Night Rivals here with you, Gino.
Yeah, Danger, thanks to everybody, and thank you for watching at home. Thank you to our sponsors, in particular law offices of William Mattar, Billy Whitaker, Ford, Triple Heating, Cooling, Electrical, Storm Basement Waterproofing. We'd also like to thank Lakeside Roofing, Tracy Door Company, Four Winds Chimney, Bill Grace, the Ide family of dealerships, American Custom Exteriors and Interiors, Illuminating Expressions, Connors and Ferris, and Iron Chiropractic. And we want to thank you. And you know what? Go out and watch a sectional football game. You will not be disappointed. These young athletes give everything. And congratulations here tonight to the Hilton Cadets, victorious on Friday Night Rivals, 34-20. The final score. For Kevin Roche, Mike Danger, Steve Sinusall, our team leader, our director tonight, Eric Harpy. My name is Gene Battaglia. This has been William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Billy Whitaker Ford on CW Rochester.
You don't choose to get hurt at work, but you can choose the workers' comp attorneys at Connors and Ferris to fight for your money and medical benefits you deserve.
With over 20 years of industry experience, we will give your case our undivided attention so that you and your family can focus on your recovery.
So call Connors and Ferris, the workers' comp attorneys dedicated to fighting for injured workers' rights.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Four Winds Chimney is a full-service chimney and fireplace company. We cover everything top to bottom, inside and out when it comes to the chimney and fireplace system. Services that we offer include chimney sweeps and inspections, all types of safety inspections, chimney rebuilding, chimney repair, custom cap installation, gas fireplace and wood stove installation as well. Our phone number is 585-727-1174, or our website is fourwindschimney.com.
As if you don't already have enough on your mind, I'm sure you don't want to worry about the stress of car shopping. That's why at Ide Honda, we don't lure you in with a misleading low payment, only to disappoint you with bad news when you get here and have you find out that there's thousands of dollars hidden down in the fine print. At Ide Honda, we're upfront right from the start, so your car buying process can be easy, honest, and even fun. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, come visit us at Ide Honda. We'd love to earn your business.
The bold, smooth taste of Bradley Street Coffee. The aroma alone can transport you to your happy place. So why not share the feeling? Give a great good morning or mid-afternoon pick-me-up. It's brewed fresh throughout the day, so it's ready to enjoy when you are. Pick up a multi-pack and share the bold, distinctive taste of Bradley Street Coffee. Fuel yourself and your team. Bradley Street Coffee. Catch the aroma exclusively at Quick Fill.
Important investigative journalism. Each weekday morning from the National Desk.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on CW Rochester. You're watching CW Rochester. We now join the regularly scheduled program already in progress.
Kohler Luxstone showers install in as little as a day. Call 855 Bath Pro.
Why do you ride?
Why do I ride?
I like doing dangerous things safely.
I ride because I can't imagine not.
I'm kind of a gearhead.
I love being lost. There's no way I'm putting a GPS on my bike.
Knees in the breeze, man. It's like, there's nothing like it.
There's a love for riding that can't be explained unless you ride. And if you're ever injured on a motorcycle, we're ready to help. Hurt on a motorcycle? Call William Mattar, 444-4444.
Welcome back to Family Feud, everybody. Jackford family got 172. Noble family got 66. And remember, if the Noble family wins today's game, they're going to drive out here in a brand new car. Let's go see. Give me Bria, give me Truman. All right, guys, point values are tripled. We've got the top 4 answers on the board. If the post office had a Steve Harvey stamp, what might it show Steve holding?
A Family Feud card.
Family Feud card.
Microphone.
Microphone. All right, Matt, here we go. Post office had a Steve Harvey stamp. What might it show Steve holding?
I know you like a good stogie, so I'm going to say a cigar.
Cigar! Lindsay, if the post office had a Steve Harvey stamp, what might it show Steve holding?
Money!
Money! One answer left. The post office had a Steve Harvey stamp. What might it show Steve holding?
A baby.
Good answer.
Kiss a baby. A baby! All right, we got 2 strikes now, Caitlin. We want to be careful now. Listen to me. If you give me this answer, your family wins the game. But if it's not there, the other family can steal and play sudden death.
A suit.
holding a suit for the win. Family,